Hello, sun rays and moonbeams. Welcome to the Serendipity reading. I do apologize. I don't really think there's any way to get around this right now. Scoot your boot. Please don't lay down on top of the crystals. Oh, God. There's 3 groups to choose from. You're just going to sit right there. Can you? Okay. Hello. Okay, I love you too. Now please get down. Face. Okay. Bye. Thank you. Hello, sun rays and moonbeams. Welcome to the next video in our package preview series. Today we're going to be previewing the Serendipity package. Remember, all of these packages do come with personal readings, as well as some real world, real life advice, some therapeutic techniques, some meditation techniques as well. And they also come with crystal candles. So when you purchase a package, you automatically get a crystal candle with it. And then you also get little free gifts depending on, what messages we receive in your reading. Also for this one, the Serendipity package, it is a free form reading. And so when you book this package, you do get to control the pace that we go at, and you get to control the direction. And obviously, since these are general readings and I don't have anyone to kind of guide me in which direction they want to go, I'm going to be doing like a general overview. So as you're watching, keep in mind, I will be saying, you can pick which card and then we'll expand on each card, if that makes sense. I'm going to do the best that I can to kind of recreate the vibe of the Serendipity reading. But we're going to move over to the pick a group portion. So we have 3 groups to choose from. And I'm going to do them 1, 2, and 3. So that's group 1, group 2, and group number 3. And we'll take a closer look. Let me make sure that it is focused. Okay. So group number 1, you have this, I believe it's a snow quartz. Yeah, I think it's a snow quartz frog. It's very opaque. I actually got this several years ago while I was with my family visiting Puerto Rico. So, and I also like to give details about this. I know the Hermit Tarot does that too. Like, she always gives little tidbits about these pieces that she picks, just in case like something stands out and it kind of helps you make your decision. So let's refocus that again. So here is that snow quartz frog, or actually I think it's a Coqui. Yeah, and look at the little butt. I don't know, can you see that here? There we go. The little Coqui butt. Then group number 2, you guys are this amethyst in the raw form. You can see like underneath it's got these browns. It's a very beautiful piece. It's like this here is like the oxidation from the host rock. I believe, yeah, from the host rock. It's a very nice purple color. I always thought that it was colored to like give the color a little bit more depth, but looking at like actual amethysts and seeing ones that have not been really exposed to the sunlight, I've noticed that this is actually just due to not being in the sunlight, and I've actually done a really decent job of keeping it out of direct sunlight, so the color has not faded. It's very much one of my moon crystals, and it's actually the first and only amethyst I bought for myself with the intention of never giving it away. If you know me, there was a point in time where every time I bought myself an amethyst crystal, I was giving it away to someone and I never could keep it in my hands. But this one is fully mine. It is not going anywhere. It is only charged by the moon. It has touched sun a little bit, so you can see that there are some lighter spots here. But that's going to be for group number 2. And then group number 3 is this beautiful desert rose. I love, love, love the detail on this one. It's got like that little shine. Let's see if we can focus it a little bit better. There we go. So you can see that there's a crazy amount of detail in here. And this desert rose, I actually bought it as a set of 2. So I do have another one. It's like its little twin. I mean, they're not twins, they're sisters. If you guys know, you know. But yeah, so this is actually, I bought 2 of them together, and it was on one of my crystal hunts for crystal candles. And I decided that, I wanted to treat myself and get myself crystals that, you know, I really had always had my eye on and never really went about getting. So I took the opportunity on a restock of the crystal candles to actually pick up this beautiful desert rose and its sister or brother, you know, or just counterpart crystal. So that's gonna be for group number 3. I feel like I've talked my little booty off enough for this part, so let's go ahead and refocus that. Click on my hand, maybe. There we go. When I click on my hand, then the color comes out a little bit lighter. Okay, so again, group 1, group 2, and group number 3. You can go ahead and forward to the timestamp that corresponds to the group that you've selected. And remember, guys, these are general readings, so if it don't apply, let it fly. And if you need more time, you can definitely go back, pause the video, do some inspections. If you feel like doing some meditation, some deep breathing before you pick your group, absolutely do what you need to ensure that you have chosen the correct group for you. And with that, I am going to meet you over to the group portion. Hello and welcome, group 1. I'm so glad I have front facing camera on because I can fix that crap. Hello and welcome, group number 1. So if you chose the Snow Quartz Coqui, then this is going to be your serendipity reading. I'm gonna pop him over here in the corner. He can look right at me. So the way that the serendipity reading typically starts is I go ahead and I draw 3 cards. And on these 3 cards, we have different directions of your current situation. And for the live reading of this portion, usually I'll have you pick which direction you want to go in. You can choose which card to follow, but since we're doing a general reading, I figured that our best course of action was going to be to just go ahead and do like a mini story for each card. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, but please keep in mind I'm still going to have you choose cards, so you'll just follow the path for your specific card. Again, since these are general readings, if it don't apply, let it fly. Please do not force anything to fit. And remember, as always, you are the main character and the director of your own life story. So you choose the directions that you want to go. You choose the decisions that you make moving forward. So just keep that in mind as we go through our reading. Okay, so let's start off with our 3 situations for our group number 1. So Spirit, can you show me 3 potential situations for our group number 1s here? Okay, we have the wheel. Oh, is that, there's a card behind that. Okay, there's the 6 of inspiration or the 6 of wands in the reverse. Then the next one is the 4 of inspiration. This is also like the 4 of wands in standard tarot. And Spirit, a last situation for group number 1. We have the 10 of inspiration. Okay, I'm not going to read big deck energy because we're going based off of the energy of the cards that are here. So for the first situation for you guys, group number 1, we have the wheel. And that was actually stuck to the 6 of wands or the 6 of inspiration right behind that. And this is in the reverse position. So the first situation that I'm really seeing for you guys, group number 1, it looks like it hasn't always been your time for something. It looks like it's not been quite the right time. I'm seeing a lack of recognition in something. I'm seeing like it's this energy of like, when is it my turn? When is the wheel going to come up for me? When are things going to change? When is my luck going to come around? So I do see that there's a situation here that you're looking for timing on something. That 6 of wands really shows me like there's a lack of recognition. Maybe you're, you know, putting in a lot of work into something and you're not being recognized for it. You're not being validated for it. Maybe it's like an actual workplace situation where you're doing a lot of work and, you know, there's just nothing happening, no validation from your upper management, or if you're a boss, there's nothing really happening from employees. So overall, I do feel that this first situation here is all about timing on something, timing on a certain situation where you feel that it's like, when is the time coming? For the second option, we have the Four of Inspiration. This is like the Four of Wands in Standard Tarot. So I don't see this as being much of an issue, but I see this as more being like a fun take. So this direction here, it looks like there's just, you know, some sort of maybe celebrations that are happening. There's a lot of household energy. So maybe you're visiting home for the holidays and you're curious on how that's going to go. Maybe you're buying a home and there's something along the lines of that. Or maybe just, you know, something about coming together here and you want to know more about what's going to happen here in terms of coming together. We also have the Ten of Inspiration as our last group. So this card here, the Ten of Inspiration, I feel that the situation that's happening here for this last option, it really feels that there's just something going on where you're taking on a lot and you feel very tired. I feel like there's a very strong, tired energy coming off of this card. The Ten of Wands is typically associated with things like burdens and, you know, just immense pressure. It can also be about closing out cycles because we do have the number 10, but overall, the direction that I'm really feeling that this card is representing is something about just like having a lot of responsibilities and maybe not really sure maybe you're not really sure what to do about all of these extra responsibilities here. So if you want to go ahead and pause the video, you can go ahead and pick a section that you want to choose from here. Remember, we have the Wheel about timing. We have the Four of Inspiration about coming together or just a celebration of togetherness. And then the Ten of Inspiration is about responsibilities and burdens or things that we feel are burdening us. So if you chose the Wheel, let's move these over just to the side for right now. If you chose the Wheel, let's see if we can get a little more clarity on this situation. I'm actually going to pop these over to the side so they don't get confused. And I think I'm going to use a different deck as well. Yeah. You would think, like, I opened up every single deck and I left two that I didn't open. And, of course, the one that I feel called to open up, to bring over is the one that's not opened up. Okay, so, Spirit, what can you show us about this Wheel of Fortune, Six of Wands in reverse for our group number 1? I'll get one more card. My cards are sticking together, so I definitely feel a very stuck energy. There we go. All right, so the first card that we have is the Five of Swords. Oh, let's fix that up over here. The Five of Swords. And this is in the reverse position. Our second card is the Artist. Now, this one is a specific card for this deck here. It's got like a nice little shine on it. Let's see if we can clear up that image a little. There we go. This is the Artist card. This is technically part of the Major Arcana part of this deck. And then our last card is the Seven of Pentacles. There. Okay. Big deck energy is the King of Wands in the upright. This is going to be a little difficult. Here we go. The King of Wands in the upright. I want to say that that card was trying to like split out of the bottom, but we're not going to take that just because this is very clumsy for me right here. Here we go. The King of Wands is your big deck energy. Okay, so group number 1, selection number 1, the Wheel. I see that there's a lot of things going on where maybe there's just like a lot of people have been selfish and you're just not really part of that energy. There's like a lot of, you know, sneakiness that's been happening and you're trying to distance yourself away from that. I see you as trying to stay true to yourself, and maybe that's what it is. It's like, hey, I'm out here doing my thing. I'm being truthful. I'm being honest. I'm not being selfish. I'm being very charitable. And when is it time? When am I going to get recognition for this? With that Artist, I do see that there's a lot of dreaming that's actually coming in and happening. there's a lot of intention that's being put towards the situation as well. It's like you are doing this with the intention of, you know, reaping those benefits. And that brings me to that Seven of Pentacles, finishing you off here. So with that Seven of Pentacles, it's like, if you look at even the imagery on the card, like this person is standing here over this, you know, like pile of pentacles. And it's, you know, that beginning process of like the planting seeds stage. So I do see that like there is very much an energy of, you know, like you're just, maybe you're just starting in something and maybe it's just not quite time. If you have been going at it for a while, I do feel that this is about, you know, like, it's really confirming that you just got to keep pushing. And I know that's probably what you don't want to hear for right now. We are going to get some more information. But with your big deck energy coming up as the King of Wands, I see that there's something bigger happening here. Maybe there's something happening that you're not really seeing. The King of Wands is very much like he can look at a big picture. He can look ahead. He can, you know, see multiple facets of a situation to gain a better understanding as to why little tiny things are happening here and there. I'm also called to notice that like on all of your cards, I don't see anyone looking directly at like me. So if you look at this card here, you know, this person's looking off to the side. You see the artist is the back of their head. Then with the Seven of Pentacles, it's also the back of their head. And even on your cards, your first two cards, the Wheel, and none of these people are actually looking straight on. All of these people are looking off to the side. And with even that Six of Wands in the reverse position, this card is a person that's also looking to the side. So that gives me that feeling that like maybe you're not seeing straight on, you know, like you're not seeing the path moving forward. The only person that's looking at me straight on is this King of Wands, and he's looking at me dead in my face with a little smirk. Like you can see his little tiny smirk right here. Let me see, is that focused? There we go. So you can see he's got this little tiny smirk on his face, and he's looking straight at me, and he looks very confident. He's looking very chill. So I'm getting the feeling here that, again, there's something bigger that you're actually working toward. I do get the sense that it's like, it's not quite time, but it doesn't mean that it's not your time at all. If you know me from my readings, you know that I like to read the energy of the card rather than just, you know, oh, it's in the reverse position, so that's what this means, or it's in the upright position and that's what that means. So with the Wheel, this is about good luck. This is about fortune. This is about, you know, beautiful timing. So for you guys specifically, I really see it as like, okay, you know, it is going to come. The Six of Wands, if we throw that in the upright position, baby, you recognize you are being promoted to a new position, to a higher position. You are being seen. Maybe for some of you, this is even a certain level of, dare I say, fame. I don't want to say fame because I don't want to make it seem like, you know, this huge thing, but it could very well be that for you. You know, if it's something that like you've been working toward just being seen, if you're an influencer or micro influencer and you're looking to be, you know, like a mega influencer, maybe this is your sign here that like you're working slow and steady towards something greater, something bigger than what you can see now. And with that Wheel of Fortune, remember, the Wheel of Fortune was in the upright. So for me, that kind of tells me, hey, you are everywhere that you need to be right now. In this moment, you're doing your thing, and this is the right time for everything that's happening in your life. We're going to go ahead and pull a couple more cards. Let's see. Typically on a live reading, this would be a portion where I would ask you a question, so that this way we can see if we can get like a more in-depth answer. But I am just going to get some advice really quickly. Okay, so we have healing coming out for you guys. I feel like, can you see the whole card? Yes. Okay. So this card, this is from the Awakened Soul Oracle. With this card healing here, I'm really drawn to the fact that this person's kind of like looking down and they have their arms, you know, like cradling over this beautiful heirloom. It looks like it, maybe even like a family heirloom. And they're very much, you know, again, there's that, you know, that imagery of not looking straight on at things. So I do feel that maybe what's best for you right now is to kind of be in a state of introspection, be in a state of looking back on all of the things, even if you're like looking here down at this, you know, family heirloom, looking at this tradition, really taking it all in. It feels like you're very much supposed to be in an introspective energy before you launch forward. If you think about an arrow, you know, the arrow gets pulled back before it shoots forward, and once that arrow goes flying, it was only pulled back just a little bit, but it shoots so far forward that it's like, you know, the distance from how far you were pulled back to how far you went forward is, you know, insane. So I do feel that you are exactly where you're supposed to be. Maybe you're supposed to be, again, working on healing things. If this is a situation about money, maybe you're supposed to be working on healing your relationship with money. If it's, you know, a thing about status and recognition, then I do feel that you're supposed to be healing the relationship that you have with, you know, what comes with it. Also, when you get into, you know, such a big place, it's like, if you're not ready for it, you can get in your own way. So I do feel that, again, this is like kind of a time for you to slow down, take it easy, focus on your healing, do that introspection, really take stock of everything that's happened to you up till now, and have that propel you into the future. Whew. I feel like I've been going on and on and on. I'm trying to give you guys as much information as possible. Let's go ahead, and we're also going to pull one last card for you. This is from the Power deck. This is that mystery deck that I found in my basement that I have no idea where it came from, but it's actually been a really great help. So let's see. We'll get one more card from you, and then I'm actually going to do like a yes or no section where you're going to pick a card, and we're going to see if your answer is a yes or a no or maybe or whatever I actually pulled out here. So Spirit, one last piece of advice for our group 1, pile 1 people. We have this beautiful card right here. I love, love, love the imagery on that. There's a lot happening in this picture. You can see that there's a lot of trees here. It looks like it's really giving fall. It's giving, you know, like monotonous muted browns rather than bright greens. There's also like something going on in here. I'm not sure if that's like water reflecting a galaxy, or is there like, are these moons that are just chilling out all over the place? There's a lot of deer here in the back, right? Is that, I'm not crazy? Yeah, there's some deer in the back there. Can we see that? Let me get in real close and refocus. There we go. So there's a lot happening here. I'm pretty sure that's a moon. I don't know, guys. You let me know in the comments. That's a moon. You see it, right? Okay. I'm going to read the back of the card here. We have the number 23 and intuition. Okay. From the left side of your body comes your female energy, whether you are a man or a woman. Or NB. I'm sorry, I had to throw that in there. Non-binary. Within this femaleness, the feminine consciousness, lives your intuition. Intuition is the intelligence of your body-mind. You feel what is true with your body-mind, rather than know what is true with your mind. Intuition does not have the clouds of accumulated knowledge to distort your vision. Intuition simply sees what is the truth. With intuition, you can feel the source of your being without reasoning it away and being filled with doubt. Doubt destroys your intuition. Find your power, always in balance between mind and intuition. So I think that's absolutely beautiful for you guys. Like, seriously, it's, you know, when, oh my God, isn't that a Disney song? When will it be my time, or when is my time coming? Oh, let me know, guys. I know I'm hearing like some parts of it. It's definitely, is it Rapunzel or something? Like, when is my time? I don't know. Okay. Trusting your intuition. We're going to go ahead and we're going to do the yes or no question portion. I'm going to lay out 4 cards for you. So we have card number 1, card number 2, card number 3, and card number 4. So go ahead, pause the video, ask a yes or no question here. It should be yes or no. Pick the card that you want to select for your answer. If you want to ask multiple questions, you can totally do that and write down, okay, if question number 1, the answer is this card, or question number 2, the answer would be this card. Okay, so you can go ahead and pause and do that now. And it's flip time. So if you picked card number 1 as an answer, the answer is yes. I love that for you. If you picked card number 2, your answer is going to be unlikely. I also love that for you, whatever it means for you. If you picked card number 3, the answer is a no. And if you picked card number 4 here on the bottom corner, we have there is something better. Love that for you, bestie. Okay, so that is all I have for card number 1, the wheel. I'm going to move over to card number 2, which was the 4 of inspiration. If you're curious and you want to see, this is still part of group number 1. You can go ahead and click, or not click, you can just go ahead and I'm going to mush this all up real quickly and go ahead so we can get started for the 4 of inspiration. If you are leaving us now, if this was the end of it for you, then just know that you are loved, and you are so worthy of love. So be well, and I will catch you in another reading. Okay, let's give our cards a little bit of a shuffle, cleanse the energy really quickly. Okay, group 1, card 2, welcome. If you chose the 4 of inspiration as the direction that you wanted to move into, then this is going to be your reading. So again, we were talking about seeing, you know, like celebration or togetherness, or just, you know, a culmination of, you know, people coming together. And I'm really getting a sense here. It's almost just, you know, like, I feel like you're just curious. I don't really feel that there's any major issues here. I do get that it's more just like a sense of curiosity, like what's going to happen with all of this. The 4 of Wands definitely talks about, you know, again, that sense of coming together. It can be a very stable energy, very celebratory energy. So let's just see if we can get more information. I'm going to be using the Eternal Visions, or Ethereal Visions Illuminated Tarot for this part of our reading. So Spirit, what can you tell us about the situation here? We have, okay, the King of Cups in the reverse. We have the 8 of Cups in the upright. And we have the 2 of Swords in the upright position. And your big deck energy is the Moon card in the upright. Okay. So, I guess, curiously speaking, it looks like there's just been a lot of maybe, all right. I'm really getting that this is about the holiday season or about coming together with family. And I see that in the past, maybe your family's not been so kind to you. That King of Cups in the reverse really gives me an emotional unavailability type of energy. So I do see that there's not been much compassion in the past here. And maybe that's why you're really curious about how it's going to go. The 8 of Cups really tells me that you do have that level of detachment. I see that you freely moved on from, you know, the situation here. And maybe this is about, you know, coming back to reconnect with your family. Maybe you haven't seen your family in a while. Maybe, you know, because of the pandemic. And I don't even like using that word, because then I feel like they're going to throw all that, you know, those little notification things that they put when a post has to do with, you know, the paranoia. I don't want any of that here, but maybe, you know, there's been a long time since you've seen people. I do see that you have separated yourself from, you know, this energy, from this, maybe even for some of you guys, maybe it's a father figure or just a masculine energy figure in your life that has been less than nurturing toward you. That 8 of Cups, I see maybe you even traveled far, maybe you live far, but there's just a sense of like you separated yourself from this. And so maybe, again, with that curiosity, it's like, you know, what if I did come back? Or, you know, what could potentially happen if I re-entered myself into this energy or this situation? What that 2 of Swords tells me is that it may not be everything that you think it's going to be. I hate to put it in like, you know, just such, I feel like it's gonna come out harshly, but just, you know, if you're hoping for the best, I wouldn't. That Two of Swords energy, and I'll show you guys. So the Two of Swords, you can see this person is blindfolded. Let me see, is it focusing? There we go. So this person's blindfolded. They have their arms crossed over their chest with two swords. And this card typically talks about, you know, like a stalemate. You know, like there's no clear winner. It's almost like it's a lose-lose situation. And in order to actually have, you know, a Two of Swords turn into something positive, there has to be a certain level of compromise involved with it. So for you guys specifically here, if you chose that Four of Inspiration in this situation, I do see if you're not ready to, you know, make those compromises to ensure that you have a good time. And listen, when I say that, I mean, it's really completely up to you how you want to move forward with it. I personally believe that if you do have to compromise, and knowing that the other person isn't going to be completely unmovable, and it's you giving up something in order to have a good time with these people or this person, I feel that it's not necessarily worth it. And that's my own personal advice, my own 2 cents. You know, but again, remember, these are things that, you know, you take it how you want to take it. And you do what you think is going to be best for you here. If you think that you're in a mental state where you can handle this type of interaction and, you know, keep yourself again at a distance and let people, you know, say or do or whatever, you know, they want to do here, I feel that, you know, if you feel that you're ready for it, then go ahead. It looks like with that Four of Wands, it does look like it'll be a happy time. But again, if you're looking for changed behavior, or if you're looking for, you know, warmth and comfort, I'm not necessarily seeing it here. Especially because we have that Moon card in the upright position coming up as your big deck energy. Yeah, I really see it as like, you know, maybe you've been dreaming for, you know, a nice reconnection with family, or maybe you've been dreaming of, you know, like changed behaviors and, you know, healthier dynamics and, you know, whatever type of relationships these are. But I don't really see it as coming, you know, like coming forward. Underneath your big deck energy, we have the Six of Cups in the reverse position. And that tells me like it's, you know, a reunion that's, you know, it's long awaited, but I don't know that it's quite time for that. And I don't know that it'll be associated with happy memories, because we also have the Sun card in the reverse underneath that. And this is just icky vibes. It's, you know, it's pessimism, it's depression almost. And, you know, I see that you've put in the work into yourself. With the Queen of Pentacles coming up underneath that, I see that you've put a lot of work into yourself, and you've done what you've needed to do in order to create a stable life for yourself, in order to create a stable image of yourself, and to really just be comfortable. If you look at her face here, let me see, I think I have to. There. I think you can see her a little bit better. If you look at her face, she's very calm. She's, you know, looking at her pentacle, and she's focused on the money, and, you know, she's very sexy here with her shoulders all showing and everything like that. Very unbothered. And I see that you've taken a lot of time to yourself to put yourself into that type of an energy. But with that 10 of Cups coming out underneath that as in the reverse position, it just feels like, you know, this family thing is not it, or this relationship thing is not it, and it doesn't seem that it's going to be that much better. The Magician in reverse underneath that, I don't know, I'm just feeling called to continue reading off of the bottom of the deck here for you guys. But that Magician in the reverse, I see that it's going to take an incredible level of confidence and healing for you to be able to stick yourself in this situation and not be affected by whatever this, you know, cold energy is. So again, you know, you do with that information what you will. Let's go ahead and put these back here. I'm gonna get some advice for you, okay? We're actually, yeah, we'll get from here first. Okay, let's get some advice. I gotta say though, you know, looking at everything that I've seen here and the energy that's coming off of, you know, your pile here, I'm proud of you. if, you know, whoever this energy is, or whoever these people are that's in this energy toward you, if they're not saying it, if they're not seeing it, I want you to know that I'm proud of you, okay? You're doing a kick-ass job. So pull yourselves into a Queen of Pentacles type energy, you know, regardless of your gender and how you identify. You know, the Queen of Pentacles is a very laid back, feminine energy. And she just, you know, she doesn't need a counterpart to help her rule. She's royalty in her own right. So Spirit, can we get a card for, ooh, okay. We had 2 cards literally fly out and across the room. The first one is the Rescue card. Okay. Let me bring that closer for you so you can really get a good look at it. You can see, like, there's a hand coming from up here, and this person's, like, it gives me the feel that they're underwater, the way that their bodies and their clothes and hair is flowing. Yeah, so this is the Rescue card. Let's see what the other one was before I open my big mouth. We have Knowledge, okay. And then you can see we have this little person here reading this book, and they're actually in this place of, like, lanterns and everything. Let's see. Like, look at all these beautiful lanterns, and they're kind of in, like, a little bit of a safe space here. Okay. Going to grab my selenite wand before I say anything else. It seems like there's a very sensitive energy here. Listen, group 1. You've worked really hard to get to where you are right now. And if these people really want to be rescued, then they will allow themselves to be rescued. They will allow themselves to do better, to be better, to heal from the things that they need to heal from. I see that you've created a sacred and safe space for yourself. I see that you've done an incredible amount of research into pushing yourself further into self-awareness and healing. It feels almost like if you enter back into the situation, it's really not going to be the best for you. I am getting a sense here, though, that you do have some people that really do care for you. So if this is something where it's like, you know, you have a family circle versus a friend circle, if your family has not always been so kind to you and they don't seem to be putting in the work to make sure that they're, you know, decent human beings, and you feel that, you know, you have to choose between a family that's not so caring and a friend circle that goes above and beyond for you, then I do see, you know, surrounding yourself with people that actually care about you is going to be the best thing here. Especially in the holiday season, you know, we can all get caught up in wanting to just have that connection. My alarm is going off right now. Okay, hold on 1 second. So I do see if there are people that truly care about you and make you feel good, then don't worry about not surrounding yourself with family. Forget what other people think about you not spending the holidays with, you know, so-and-so and, you know, spending them with this person instead. You know, do what feels right to you and be with the person who really makes you feel the best, that they make you feel like the true version of yourself. Let's say it like that. I'm still trying to keep it a little bit general because I know there are going to probably be a couple people watching this one. So I don't want to, you know, I want to make sure that we're covering all bases. I'm going to get one more card. Ooh, okay. That was the card for the first one. We'll get one more advice card, and then we're going to do a yes or no portion. Yes or no portion of our reading. That's still the same one. I landed on the same one for the other one. Okay, let's try this one more time. I will go based on whatever card ends up on the bottom. Ooh, okay, here it is. We have, this is actually a really beautiful card. I love these cards. This is the power deck. This is that mystery deck that literally came out of like nowhere. And I honestly don't know. Is this the right side up? Okay. Here it is. So there is a vast greenery here. There's like a little lake here that's reflecting the clouds in the sky. I honestly thought that it was like this for a second. I think this is like really cool that they look like they could be like both ways. And the number on this card is number 14, and it is called Imagination. Let's see, is that good there? Boop, boop, boop. I should be hiring for this, y'all. Anybody watching, do you want to come and just watch me do these videos and let me fix my camera for me, because that's too much. Okay, so imagination. Exploring the wilderness of your own soul through contemplation brings you to the altar of your imagination. To have a circle of imagination in your being, walked with the untamed, wild, instinctual side of your nature, all the time knowing its power, like a woman aware of her own pregnancy and yet moving through the round of daily tasks. You need not focus on the unborn life of its nature to continue to grow. Remember always that inspiration often comes after reflection, after the seed of creativity is planted. When you actually begin your creative work, the energy of the universe comes to you and imagination flows. And I think that is so beautiful and so perfect for you. Listen, you are on this journey. You are doing a kick-ass job, and I'm here to tell you to, keep on doing it. Keep on, look at the awareness that was in there, like, and the growth that was mentioned in there. Keep doing your thing, boo. All right, so this is card number 1 for our yes or no portion. This is card number 2 for the yes or no portion. This is card number 3 down here for the yes or no portion. And then this is card number 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So if you have multiple questions, I would definitely suggest grabbing a notebook, pen, paper, notes on your phone. If you're not watching this on your phone, grab something, pause the video, and go ahead and ask multiple questions and write down, okay, question number 1, I picked card number 4 as the answer, and question number 2, I picked card number 2 as the answer. So you can go ahead and do that, pause the video now, and then we will flip. So card number 1 is there's something better. Yes, bestie, there is something better. Card number 2, ooh, is unlikely. Card number 3 already flipped itself. That was a big whopping yes. And card number 4 is a no. Okay, so if you are leaving us here, know that you are loved, and you are so worthy of love. And if you are sticking around to watch your last card, group number 1, then please stick around. Give me 2 seconds to go ahead and clear this area up. I'll give a quick shuffle. How's your day going? Are you doing great? I hope you're doing great. If you stuck around for all of this, like, whoo, child. So much information. You probably won't even need a freaking reading after this with all of this lovely information. Okay. We'll put that to the side, and we'll do a little intro for the people that are just joining us. Ready? Say it with me. Hello, group 1, card number 3. If you chose the 10 of inspiration or 10 of wands, and you wanted to move this direction with your reading, then this is going to be for you. So hello, group 1, card number 3. We're going to go ahead and look to see if we can get some more information on your current situation. No, I don't even know why that's in my head. Oh, it's been a weird day, y'all. I don't even know, like, what the moon's doing. We're still Venus retrograde and the shadow period. There's just so many goings on, if you will. That literally I'm like, just turn the brain off and focus on reading. Our first card is the Justice card in the reverse. Woo! All right. Is that the... Okay. These are literally all 3 cards from the last one. How crazy is that? King of Cups, 8 of Cups, and the 2 of Swords. Okay, we're not going to put that. We're actually going to... Let's go. Wild, right? It was like, that was an energy that was just still floating around. So I'm gonna go out on a limb here and I'm gonna be like, hey y'all from card number 2. Y'all still here? How we doing tonight? Okay, I guess we take this one. This is the Strength card in the upright. We'll get one more card. Ooh. Okay. I'm not doing jumpers today, y'all. Come on. There's a lot going on around you guys, group number 1. Seriously. Maybe you need a vacation. Is that why you picked the little Coqui? Maybe you've been wanting to take a vacation somewhere to some kind of island. Maybe you even want to go to Puerto Rico. Maybe you're, you know, Spanish. Maybe that's why you picked it. But I'm really feeling like, do you need a vacation? Because I know I do. All right, last card. We have the Knight of Wands in the upright, and your big deck energy is the Sun in reverse. And honestly, I am not shocked. Okay, so listen, group 1, card number 3 and 2. Whew. It's a lot going on here. First off, I pull 4 cards for you here, and 3 of them are major arcana. So whatever's happening right now, please understand and know that Spirit is doing this on purpose. This is supposed to be happening. I'm not really sure why. I'm gonna pull another card here. Just one. Why is this happening? Confidence. Okay, I guess that kind of makes sense. You guys see that there? He's like a little shiny. There we go. Confidence. All right. We're going to pop him right here to the side. So listen. You picked that 10 of inspiration. So overall, the feeling I was having was that this was about like taking on so many other people's problems, or worrying too much about other people's things, burdening yourself with so many responsibilities that really aren't yours to be carrying. With that Justice card in the reverse, I see that there's a lot of things that are going on that are really not fucking fair at all. Excuse my language. But it's just, who did this? Who are we fighting? Like, who? I don't like any of that. When the Justice card is in reverse, this is obviously about injustice. It can be about liars. It can be about sneaky people. It can just be overall a really crappy situation. Something's going on here that really is just unfair. With the Strength card coming up in the middle of your spread here, I do see that you are going to need to exert strength in order to move past whatever is happening here. It's going to take a phenomenal amount of strength, but it is strength that you actually already have inside of you. This is inner strength. You already have this inside of you to be able to move forward from this. Why? Because it's happening to help you build confidence. I see that you're just doing. You're letting people do all of this, and you know, it's like the same shit day in, day out, a long list of the same thing to do for the same person. You know, it looks hot as hell in this desert, and this person's covered up. I don't see this as being traditional clothing. If you do see it as being like an any traditional clothing, then I do apologize for that. But it seems like the person on this card is very like they're just carrying so much that they're not even supposed to be carrying, and there's like all these jugs, and it's just like, when does it end? When does it stop? When do you get to truly live? And I feel that you need to be chopping shit off here. I mean, if you look at the Justice card, you know, there's that big giant sword. You need to be chopping off whatever excess weight you're carrying that doesn't fit your aesthetic. It's very off-brand for you. You need to be chopping shit away right now. You need to be, you know, again, cutting away at things that are just not yours to deal with. With that strength card again in the middle, I do see this as like, it's your own inner strength, and you do have this strength, because if you didn't, this wouldn't be happening. I don't think you would be going through this to build confidence if you didn't have the strength to overcome whatever's going on here. With that Knight of Wands, this is telling me that you got to come in hard, you got to come in fast, and it's going to happen quickly. It's not going to be a slow process. I feel that it's like, you know, really bringing down that hammer of justice, right? Slamming down the gavel, slamming down the sword. The guillotine has fallen, heads are rolling, not literally, I mean that figuratively. Please do not go taking people's heads off. Don't go around telling people that I told you to take somebody's head off. I don't mean it like that. I mean it figuratively. But overall, like, you know, and it's putting you in a bad energy. The Sun in the reverse is your big deck energy. That's not big deck energy at all. You're depressed, baby, and I'm not surprised. You're worrying about everybody else here. You're not worrying about yourself, and you're the one that matters. I want to see you looking like this, okay? And right now, you're looking like, you know, a very sad here. Like, what? No. I'm not with that. I'm not about that. I want you happy. You know, you're giving me vibes like you stressed like the horse right here, okay? Don't be stressed. Start cutting back, scaling back. Do what's going to make you truly happy. Flip that Sun card, you know, turn that frown upside down. I know it's not that easy, and I know that it seems like a really difficult process. If you've watched straight through all of the cards that we have for you, my lovely Coqui group number 1, then I will take the liberty to say, like, you've been doing so much, and you already know, like, you know what you got to do. So just do it. I promise it's not going to hurt. I mean, it's going to hurt a little bit, but in the long run, it's not going to hurt. It might hurt now, but you got this, okay? It's really simple. Spirit is doing this for a reason. I feel like, you know, again, maybe your blessings are being held back because you're still associating with people that you shouldn't be associating with, or you're still taking on responsibilities of people who are not giving back the same energy. You know, it's not about keeping score, it's about reciprocal energy. And if you're not matching my energy, then I'm not putting in any time, effort, or energy or money into a situation. You know, come correct or don't come at all. That's how I am. So I feel that this is where you need to be, you know, moving from that first card of, you know, like, when's my time coming, and Spirit's like, oh, you're just getting started, and, you know, you still have some healing to do. And moving on to the 4 of Inspiration, you know, like, well, do I chill? You know, I'm missing these people. Do I go ahead and do that? Look, healing is coming out again. You know, the Spirit's like, no, you already know that you don't need to be around these people. They're not on the same path as you. And, you know, now it's like, and you're taking on their responsibilities, and you shouldn't be taking on any responsibilities for someone who's not going to match your energy, who's not going to reciprocate for you. Because it's just going to drain you. And maybe that's also why, like, let's say if it is something like fame that's coming in for you, and who all these people are going to benefit off of your fame, and they don't even give you anything? No, we're not doing that, okay? We also have shadow, okay? So there it is. There's a lot of shadow work that needs to be done here. There's a lot of shadow aspects that are not being integrated. And that's one thing, y'all. I am all about integrating my shadow. I don't deny myself who I am. Am I petty by nature? you know, I can be petty, but for me, I hate injustice. And I don't think that that's wrong. Do I think acting on my pettiness is not the best thing to do? Absolutely. But I will allow myself the space to say, yes, I feel that a petty response is best because I understand my heart, and I understand that if something happens that's not fair, then the other person should be getting theirs. And that's where that's where my petty traits come from. But I'm not out here actively acting on it. I'm not out here slashing nobody's tires. I'm not out here busting the windows out nobody's car. You know, I'm gonna let spirit decide, but in my head I'm gonna be like, you know what, you're gonna get yours. And that's just how I feel about it. So really integrate your shadow. I am going to be doing the shadow, the deep shadow dive. So we are going to talk about integrating shadows, and, you know, we'll touch on that. If you do want to book a personal reading, I mean, I feel like I've given so much information at this point. Like, sweetie, we got an hour right now and I'm almost done. But if you still want to book a personal reading, you know, you can definitely do that. If you want to wait for the deep shadow dive, then you can wait for the deep shadow dive too, and we'll go further into shadows. But we're going to look at your card from the power deck. Remember, this is that mystery basement deck. Honestly, I have no idea where the fuck this came from, and like, when I use it, it kind of scares me, but in a good way. So the name of this card is Destiny, and it is the number 39. Here we go. Yeah, like that. Okay. So, destiny. Your act of power is the key to your destiny. Yes! Like a sacred flute player enticing your truth of spirit out into the light of day on your own power, because you are made of power. An act of power comes from a place of passion within your deepest being. It is an expression of your totality of who you are in the world. To find your act of power is to live your dreams. What would you do if you could do anything? Discover what that is and then do it. To find your power is to find your destiny. To find your strength, to find your power is your destiny. That's it, mic drop, bestie, okay? We're going to do one last time, especially if you just jumped and you only did group number 3. We are going to go ahead and do our yes or no question portion. We're going to mix up these cards. You can go ahead and pause the video after I lay the cards down, so you can, you know, if you want to ask multiple questions, you can definitely do that. So let's go. This is for card number 1. So card number 1. Card number 2, card number 3. Yeah, we're going to do 3 this time. And card number 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Card 1, card 2, card 3, card 4. If you want to go ahead, pause. And question 1, the answer is card number 4. And question 2, the answer will be card number 1. Whatever you want to do, write them down, pause the video, get it out, and we are going to do the flip. So card number 1, the answer is unlikely. If you picked card number 2, the answer is yes. Card number 3, no. And card number 4, there's something better. All right, bestie, listen. Whew. That was a long-ass reading. I'm going to need to take a break, get a sip of water, do all of this stuff, cleanse my energy, maybe take a cold shower or something like that. And then we're going to move on to group number 2. But thank you so much for being here. Know that you are loved, you are loved, and you are so worthy of love. So be well, and I will catch you in another reading. Bye. Hello, group number 2. If you chose the green Lego block, I'm kidding. If you chose, oh, Jesus, here we go. If you chose this beautiful raw amethyst mini geode, this is going to be your serendipity reading. Oh my God, I don't know if y'all could hear that, but my cat literally is in the tree right now. You know what? It is what it is. Okay, so for the serendipity reading, I always start out with 3 cards. I'm going to pull each of these cards to get an idea of 3 specific situations that you may be facing. typically in the serendipity reading, you would pick which one you want to elaborate on. So after I pull these 3 cards, you can pick which card you want to elaborate on, and each one will have a little mini reading for you. If you do feel like watching through all 3, being that this is still group 2, you can absolutely do that. It's going to be a lot of information though. So, you know, buckle in, sit tight. It's going to be a long one. Maybe get some snacks if you want. You can pause the video and grab some treats. Make sure you are hydrated. Woo! There's a lot going on with your group number 2. I didn't get the feeling from group number 1 that people were watching all the way through. I mean, obviously, this is all intuition based, and I don't know who's going to be watching. I just go based off of the energy. But for your group specifically, I feel like there's going to be a lot of you guys that are just going to watch straight through. Okay, so for the first one, we have these 2 cards. I'll put them here. Also, I'll fix the lighting as soon as I finish shuffling. I am trying to use like natural light. I mean, I like the way that it looks with my ring light, but it always makes like an awful circle glare on everything. So I'm trying to do natural light, and this is why I'm like this way. If anybody want to apply to just sit here and watch the camera while I do my readings and adjust the lighting for me along the way, I don't know, until I can afford a better camera to do it myself. All right, we're not gonna look at the big deck energy because we're looking specifically at certain situations. I think the lighting did resolve itself. Okay, so for group or for pile 1, so group 2, pile 1, we have the 3 of water. It's actually a really nice card. I love the imagery on this card. Like, what a babe. And underneath that, we have the, what is this? The 11 of fire, or a masculine feminine card in the reverse position coming out. So pile number 1, I really feel that the situation that you're thinking about, or the situation that's being represented here, rather, it looks like there's very much of like a playful energy. Although with that masculine feminine, I'm feeling that there is an imbalance here. I low-key feel like maybe there's a situation with a specific person that you're thinking about, and maybe like there's just not an equal give and take, and maybe you're curious about, you know, like, am I going in the right direction? It doesn't really give me like relationship vibes. Maybe you're like in a talking stage with somebody. Yeah, I think you're just like talking to someone, and it's real playful, it's real fun, but there have been some things that have not been reciprocal, an uneven exchange that's been happening, and maybe you're just curious about this connection. With card number 2 coming up, so this would be pile 2, still group 2, remember, we have the 8 of air in the reverse. So I see here, there's a lot going on with this. I feel that there's still like an underlying message of imbalance. I'm actually going to grab the book for this one really quickly. Don't mind me. Because these cards are so much more different than standard tarot, and I'm like trying to work my way through it, but like look at how big this book is. It's going to take me some time before they're like, you know, straight off the cuff. However, we're looking at the 8 of air. Okay, so this is definitely talking about past situations. It's also talking about just memories, and not giving your memories too much power. So let's go intuitively off of that. So for pile number 2, I do see, yeah, there's definitely something here where it's like you're looking at the good and the bad of things, but I do feel that you're very restricted in the thinking, or maybe you feel that you can't quite get over whatever it is that's going on here. I do get there's a sense here of like being stuck. If you look at the imagery on the card, you can see like he's got one hand with the sword facing upward and the other one is facing downward, but the downward one is actually piercing into his hand, and both hands are bound by chains here. And there are keys actually on the belt in the bottom here. Let's see. Yeah, there are keys hanging off of the belt there. So I do feel that the situation that's being described here is maybe something, some ideas, or just something that you kind of feel bound to. Maybe it's a certain cycle that you've been going through. There's like maybe a lot of sour memories that have been resurfacing, or maybe even memories that are, you know, great memories that have been resurfacing, and maybe you're in a state of reminiscing on the good times and, you know, not seeing very clearly what could be happening. Yeah. So definitely if you're having issues, you know, with recurring memories and feeling almost enslaved to these memories and these ideas and things like that, I would say this would be the pile for you to choose. Then the last situation we have is the Four of Air. This one here. So for this one, it's actually giving me some real amethyst vibes, which is funny because you guys did choose the amethyst crystal. Sorry, there's like cat hair all over. Y'all saw in the intro, my cat has just been wobbling all over this table, so I do apologize if the cat hair is annoying or if you can see it. I can't really tell yet. I've only really been able to tell if my camera's focusing well and if the lighting has been okay. So group number 3, there's a sense here of like, you know, really wanting to get in touch with your spirituality. I do see like a knowledge for learning. The amethyst crystal itself is, you know, a psychic enhancer. It's a spiritual protector. It does so many things along that line. So I do feel that, you know, if this is more about like expanding your spiritual journey, yeah, like what's next spiritually speaking. So you can go ahead, if you need to pause the video, you can go ahead and pause and pick which group you think is going to be the best one here for you to go to, whatever situation you feel drawn to that you want to know more information about. I'm going to move these over to the side and we will get started right away with group number 1, or pile 1. So group 2, pile 1. So this would be that 3 of water with the 11 of fire reversed. So again, yeah, I'm really getting that there's a situation here, maybe like, you know, you're living your life, you're having fun, you're trying to go with the flow of things, and ooh, almost knocked over my stuff here. Let's fix that. Here we go. So you're going with the flow, you're trying to live your life, you're trying to have fun, and I feel that there's a specific person here that you're, you know, just kind of like, what's going on here? Maybe it's even an imbalance of masculine and feminine within self. We all have those energies within us. Look at that. Is that what we're doing for this one? No. So let's see if we can get some more information about the situation here. Whew. My little tiny hands, y'all. All right. My hands feel really awkward, so maybe there's something going on here with like just a feeling of like being stuck, I think. Okay, so the first card that we have is the 3 of inspiration in the reverse. So there's another 3 coming up. We have the Ace of voices in the upright, and we have the 5 of voices coming out in the upright position, and your big deck energy is the 2 of materials. There we go. All right, so group 2, pile 1. I can see here, it looks like you're not really in a plan making stage. It looks like you're kind of just like in a standstill right now. I don't see you necessarily moving forward here. I do see that there's just like, you know, this situation is kind of maybe throwing you for a loop. I feel like you were just trying to have fun, and then like maybe things got serious, or yeah, I think you were just trying to have fun, just trying to live your life. Things got serious, and now you're a bit confused and you're not really sure which way to go. I think you're just trying to go with the flow, but I do sense that there is a bit of an imbalance here. and that's put you in a place of not really being able to move forward. Maybe you had plans to move forward in a certain way, and now you have to rethink everything because of something that's happening here. What that Ace of Voices tells me, and this is coming up in the middle of our spread here, that Ace of Voices tells me that there is going to be clarity that's coming in. I feel that there's a certain situation that's going to happen, and it's going to really show you the true intentions of the person involved here. With that Ace of Swords energy, I feel that there's also an owl on the imagery of the card here. Ooh, I didn't mean to throw it at you. I apologize. So you see that there's the owl on the bottom here, and owls are very psychic and they're very wise. So I do feel that, you know, again, it's like the wisdom is swooping in. The intuition has been letting you know, and it's just going to come swooping down in with a huge wingspan, and you're not going to be able to really deny it. If we look here at the top corner of the card, you can see like there's a light coming down in the back of this person's head here. And I really feel, again, it's like you're getting those informational downloads. There's something happening here. There's something going on. And it's really just going to show you, and it's going to bring light, and it's going to bring truth into the situation. With that Five of Voices, I wouldn't be so surprised if you find out that there are selfish desires that are going on here. Or someone just not really, someone being selfish on purpose. If you look at like the imagery on this card, it's actually funny because the Five of Swords does talk about being selfish, but on this one you see the two faces, and they're very even, they're very equal, whereas with that masculine feminine in the reverse, it showed us an imbalance. So I do see this as like the person's true nature is always to be about themselves. It was never about balance. It was never about meeting you where you stand. Like, even if you look at the bottom of this card too, it's like, you know, there's a person on this side and they look like they're feigning over, but there's nothing on the other side here. So I do feel that, you know, this is almost like a little bit of a dead end. I do see that with meditation, if that's something that you're interested in, or even just stillness, there's going to be a lot of information coming in here for you, and then there's going to just be something that's going to really push it to the forefront. With that Two of Materials coming up as your big deck energy, I see that you probably have already been juggling a lot or playing with the idea of like, you know, walking away from the situation or dropping, you know, certain responsibilities that you maybe committed yourself to. Maybe you got in deep with this person, and, you know, like it's, you know, it's just time to let go of something that you've been holding on to a little bit. And you know what's funny? I'm going to read off the bottom of the deck for you guys, because underneath that we have the Knight of Emotions, or the Knight of Cups coming in. So listen, sweets, there is an energy of somebody else coming in that is going to deliver whatever this person is not delivering. The Knight of Cups, or the Knight of Emotions, is definitely a person who comes in very shy, very timid. They're very much like, you know, they're not very assertive. They may not be very what's the word I'm looking for? They might not have like a serious leadership role or agenda even. I do feel that there's a soft, sweet energy about them that's coming in. And I see this really as just being very sweet. And with that Page of Inspiration underneath, like, this person's giving me the vibes like they're not gonna just be here for a short while. Like, the Page of Inspiration upright. Okay, let's do that again. The Page of Inspiration upright can sometimes indicate like a fling. But in this, like, looking at how the Knight of Emotions coming in all sweetly, and it's like the Page of Emotions, I mean, the Page of Inspiration is flipped. It's like, I'm not doing that fling shit. I'm not doing that, you know, that like one and done type of energy. We also have the Ace of Inspiration coming out after that. Okay, listen, there's a lot of passion here that this person has for you. There's a lot of there's like a promise here of like a lot of energy, a new beginning here, a new creative, just, you know, sense. The sun is starting to come out a little bit. I don't know if it changed the lighting. You know, this is also why I wanted to do natural lighting. I have a huge picture window and it's like perfect for this. So just like the sun is shining in a little bit brighter into my space, I feel like that's the energy that this person is coming in with. So, you know, if the person that you were kind of trying to have fun with is not really working out and they're not giving you what you feel that you truly deserve, then you know what? Time to move on. They're gonna show you their true selves, but don't even worry about it, because it has absolutely nothing to do with you. It has absolutely nothing to do with your worth and who you are as a person, but it has everything to do with spirit removing this person from your life in order to bring in this kind, sweet, compassionate, shy, timid energy who just wants to, you know, be there for you and do for you. I mean, you also have 2 aces, so there's a lot of new things that are going to be happening here. Like, you know, the aces don't play. Like, there's a lot of new things that are coming in for you guys, and I'm really excited here. So we're going to move on now to a little bit of advice moving forward. I feel like we kind of got off. I went off on a little tangent there, but you know what? It is what it is. So I'm going to pull from the Spirit Cats Oracle deck, and we're going to get like a little inspirational message for you. Woo! This is so sweet, guys. That's too many. Do we take this one? Yeah, we're going to take this one. Okay. So this is your little kitty right here. That's so funny. It actually looks like my kitty. And the title of this card is Wild. It says, meet Samson. He is a shimmering concoction of wildness and strength. He lives perpetually under the full moon. With limitless abandon, he races over the hills, feeling the perfect harmony of his body, moving unhindered by thoughts. Unfettered by beliefs of who he should be or how he should act, Samson is fully himself without question or excuse. If you have been the oh-so-proper house cat for too long, step outside and awaken your precious wild self. Unleash your longings and join Samson under the moon's wild light. Oh my goodness. Listen, be yourself. If this person here that maybe you were trying to impress them and maybe you were just having fun and maybe you were doing things a little bit differently than how you would normally do them for the sake of this person, forget all that, because there is someone out there who is going to love you for just being you, unapologetically you. And I'm so excited. Like I'm on cloud 9 for you guys, okay? We're gonna get one more. I wish you guys could have seen how that just flopped out of the deck, but there's your advice. Fun. Go have fun. Look at these people. Maybe even if you want to like do one of those you know, like paint and pour things. If you want to go out and don't they have one of those, like, you gotta beat the bomb and it's like a color bomb of like an explosion? Maybe you're taking part in a ceremony that has to do with colors, but overall I see that you just need to have fun. That 3 of Cups, that 3 of Water energy is all about fun. Like, can we hang out? I need to have fun too. Be wild and free and fun, and oh my goodness. Okay, bestie, we are going to be doing, this is the yes or no portion. So I'm gonna have you, after I lay the cards out, you can go ahead and pause the video. So let's say if you have multiple questions, then you can go ahead and say, okay, this is gonna be, you know, the answer. So this will be card number 1 right here. Let's actually put it a little bit higher up. There's so much going on here. You know what? Let me just I need room for this, and I honestly, I don't think I like the way that it looked on the last one. Okay, let's give it another off-camera shuffle so y'all really can't see it. Okay, this is card number 1, card number 2. Don't hate me. Card number 3 and card number 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You can go ahead and pause the video. Remember, if you have multiple questions, question 1, the answer is card whatever. Question 2, answer is card whatever. And we're going to go ahead and do the flip. So card number 1 is there is something better. Love that. Card number 2 is a big old yes with an exclamation. Card number 3 is no with a big old exclamation. And card number 4 is reconsider. All right, so if you are leaving us now, know that you are loved, and you are so worthy of love. I will catch you in another reading. Mwah. And if you are staying for the ride, we are going to move on to the next situation, which was, what did I do? Okay, here we go. The 8 of air in the reverse. So, let me do that again. There we go. Now the sun is shining like in my face, so I can't even see the screen. Okay, I think that's good though. All right. Hello and welcome if you chose pile 2. So group 2, pile 2 with the 8 of air in the reverse. This is going to be your reading. All right, we're going to pull a couple tarot cards, and see if we can get some information on the situation that's at hand here. Get a little more clarity about what's to come. And where this is really headed, you know, like what's really happening here. Is that 3 cards? That's 4. Do we take them? Yeah, I think we take them. Okay. All right. So we have the 6 of emotions and the, oh, hold on. There we go. We have the 6 of emotions in the reverse. We have the page of emotions also in the reverse. We have the 9 of voices in the upright. And we have the 4 of emotions in the upright. Can you see? Yeah. 4 of emotions. And your big deck energy, my love, is the 2 of voices in the reverse position. All right. So listen. It's very heavy here. Like very, very heavy. I feel that for some of you, it really does feel, I mean, we also have, like, there's 3 cards that are emotions or cups cards. And then 2 voices. This is swords energy. So there's a lot of emotion that's going on here. There's a lot of emotion flowing. There's a lot of emotion that's also not flowing. We also, with the 2 swords cards, we do have a lot of mental energy. So I feel that whatever's going on here, I don't see you reaching out to anyone. I don't see you speaking to anyone about it. I don't see you sharing. I see this as very much in your head and in your heart. And it feels like you're very guarded here. That 6 of emotions in the reverse, it tells me, again, there's just like that reminiscing feeling. When you think about, like, you know, the 6 of cups energy, it's like, you know, looking back, it's, you know, nostalgic feelings. And I'm not getting a sense that this happy nostalgia. If you are having happy memories, I feel that your present is not matching that, and you're looking back like, wow, I was having such a great time then, why am I not having a great time now? Or if you're in a better place now, your memories are in a place of, like, you know, a very dark place, remembering very negative things that have happened to you here. That page of emotions tells me that your heart space is just all blocked up right now. I don't see much getting in. I don't see much coming out. I see that you're very closed off here. With the 9 of voices in the upright, I do see this as, like, you're losing sleep over whatever's happening here. And I do see a certain level of anxiety and nervous energy that's coming through with all of this. It's like these things come up and you're not really processing, and you're not really allowing yourself the space that you need. And with the 4 of emotions, I see that it's leading to, like, a stagnancy. It's leading to boredom. It's leading to you know, that feeling of like, am I never going to be in a place where I truly feel okay? But you have the Two of Voices in the reverse as your big deck energy, this Two of Swords. So I do see that there is something that's, you know, that's brewing here. And I do see that you're, you know, it's just a matter of cutting away at things. Let's take a little bit of a deeper dive and see why this is happening. Because I don't want to leave this like this. This is like super, super heavy here. We have intuition. Here, show the cards. We have surrender. Can y'all see that? Let me... It's a very light card. So I'm like, there we go. Surrender. And we have cleanse. Okay, this is making a lot more sense. Big deck energy is protection. Oh, can you see that? There we go. Okay. So whatever it is that's happening here, I see that you're not supposed to be doing any of this. You're not supposed to be dwelling on this. You're not supposed to be thinking about any of this. I feel that this, maybe these things came up so that you could, you know, deal with them and process them. But I feel like now you're living in this place. And I want you to know that you shouldn't be doing that. With intuition coming out first, I do feel that your intuition is letting you know that you're not supposed to be feeling all of these things. And your intuition is trying to communicate with you and trying to push you in a new direction. Your intuition is telling you so many things, and I feel like you're not quite listening, my love. Yeah. With that surrender card coming in the middle, this is talking about, you know, just that act of like, okay, it is what it is, and I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing right now, but I know that I'm going this way, or I'm not sure which way I'm going, but I know I'm meant to be standing here right now. I feel like you really need to pull yourself back into the present and really come to a place of surrender. I feel like you've already gained whatever knowledge you needed to by looking back into the past and looking back at these memories, but now you're living there, and you're not supposed to be doing that, love. You're supposed to be coming forward, and you're supposed to be moving forward. And it's just a very heavy energy around you right now. With the cleanse card coming up as the last card here on this spread, I do see that, you know, maybe it's time to cleanse your mind, cleanse your body, cleanse your soul, cleanse your space. You know, if you're into spiritual baths and things like that, definitely take a nice cleansing bath. If you're not into, you know, doing things like that, you can just stand your ass in the shower and just, you know, like as you're washing your body, your physical body, just, you know, like allowing that to, you know, like allowing yourself to just be washed of that energy that you're still holding on to. I feel that there's like a negativity that's just really surrounding you right now. And my love, that's not where you're supposed to be right now. You're supposed to be doing much better. You're supposed to be, you know, again, you had that information. It came up for whatever reason that it came up. These memories came up for whatever reason that they came up, but you're supposed to be moving past that. And I you know, I feel for you, because it does, again, that energy is very heavy, and I don't know what the nature and the context is of these memories that came up for you. But I do see that it's, you know, it's a very heavy energy, and I feel very, I feel angry for you for whatever it is that you went through. I like, you know, angry that someone could do that to you. I feel angry that, you know, someone put you in this place that led to these things. And I need you to forgive yourself, my love. I need you to move past it now. I need you to look at where you are and see, okay, this is my present moment and I have to work on my present moment. Whatever happened in the past is the past. Maybe it was unfair, it was fucked up, excuse my language. Whatever it is that happened here, it really wasn't fair, but you need to cleanse yourself of all of that, and you need to cleanse yourself of that energy. Right now you need to be protecting yourself. Oh my goodness, you need to be protecting yourself so much. You know why? Because love is trying to come in. There it is again. If you're here from the first pile, like, love is coming in. My love, your love is coming. And you need to really protect yourself from these people. You need to protect yourself from entering into another cycle that would lead to a similar situation playing out. You need to make sure that you're protecting yourself moving forward. We're going to go ahead and move to Spirit Cats. And we're going to pull a nice little inspirational message for you here. Whew, there it is. Okay. Look at your kitty. Such a pretty kitty, right? So colorful too. This is Seeker. It says, meet Spiral. He is always searching, reaching, seeking, questioning. He even looks a little bit like a question mark. He is an endlessly curious kitty, peering into the mystery and seeing what stars he can bring home to his family. Follow this kitty as you spiral inward and seek to understand yourself more fully. Peer deep into what you feel, what you believe, and what you know. What is hiding beneath this feeling? Where did this belief originate? And where is it taking me? What are the treasures of meaning and understanding that I can distill from each experience? Spiral is calling you to begin your quest today. So definitely, I would say, be on the lookout for the deep shadow dive when I put that one up, whenever it comes up, because I do feel that if you are again stuck here, maybe there's something that you've missed. Maybe there's something that you looked at, that you're overlooking in this situation, and in all of the hurt and in all of the pain, it's maybe hard for you to really see. But I feel that once you really get to that place, again, with that energy of this little spiral cat, once you get to that place where you fully see and understand and accept why whatever happened, and you look at how you yourself can benefit from, taking on this extra knowledge, I do see that there is a new level of healing for you to be, a new level of healing to be attained. And again, we had that love that came in underneath it. I'm going to put it right here. You look at that. You look at it. Look at it. That love is coming in for you. Oh my goodness. The love is coming. Someone is coming that's going to truly make you forget about all of this crap that ever happened to you before. And I am here for all of that. Okay. I'm not going to do questions for you guys, but I am going to pull one more. I'm going to pull from here. I do apologize. Please don't be mad. I'm going to pull self-care for you instead, because I feel like that's really what's going to be beneficial here. And that's also what this whole serendipity package is about. It's about me kind of like flowing and, seeing, okay, what decks are we going to use as we move forward, and what, things are going to happen as we continue on. Ooh, okay. We have boundaries. Okay, there it is, my love. Setting those healthy boundaries for yourself. We're not going to take these. That was too many, but I did have one that fell on the floor. Right? There it is. 1 second. We have change. All right. So with boundaries and change, I really see the advice here for you guys. Again, putting those healthy boundaries for yourself. Maybe even, when you're cleansing your space, incorporating boundaries in your personal space, incorporating emotional boundaries. It looks like you're processing so much stuff right now. You're going through this heavy time. And I need you to not worry about anybody else. I need you to worry about yourself. I know that you have a big heart. It's coming through here that you have a big heart. it's possible that you're maybe even going through a dark night of the soul, and you're just starting a spiritual awakening and over analyzing every tiny thing that you've ever done and how it's led to this and that and the other. So you're going through some massive changes right now. Hold space for yourself, hold boundaries for yourself, and make sure that you are, you know, again, boundaries come out of a place of self-love. Even if you look at like the little lanterns on the side, like they're little heart lanterns. And so I do feel like, you know, your heart space is really being activated right now. You know, and this person doesn't look very happy about setting these boundaries, you know, around themselves, but they're doing it. And, you know, the biggest thing that you can do in terms of your own self-love is to set those healthy boundaries. With that change, I feel like, you know, there's that snake there, and you can see the snake is molting and it's, you know, shedding those layers. And I feel that the snake is also you as well. And I feel that you should be looking at yourself, you know, with an eyes of love and looking like, wow, the transformation that this beautiful snake is going through, shedding these layers. You know, rather than looking at it as like something to be afraid of. Don't be afraid of it. Move forward confidently. If you need to reach out, please, my DMs are always open. I do give like free advice. I don't really offer any free readings right now, but I do give free advice, and it's just, you know, from my own experiences. And even if you just want somebody to vent to, you know, and to validate what you've gone through, I'm here for that too. So let's look at some self-care cards and see. I'm going to pull 4 for you to make up for the 4 cards that I'm not pulling in terms of the questions. And we'll close out your reading there. Okay. Spirit, what self-care does my group 2, pile 2 need to be focusing on right now? We have connect with the earth. Okay, so I'm not sure where you are, if you're in a cold climate, hot climate, but I think really connecting with the earth is going to be beneficial here for you. We also have music. This is my favorite. I love to just put on a good playlist, listen to some good music. If you play music, you are one of the lucky people. How does it feel to be God's favorite? Play some music. We also have dance. Again, if you are good at dancing, how does it feel to be one of God's favorites? If you're not great at dancing, welcome to the club, bestie. Neither am I, but I still dance my ass off anyway. So definitely dancing is going to help you connect. And let's get one last card here. What else we can do for self-care? We have beauty ritual, okay? And now this can go both ways. You don't have to be a woman to do this. You don't have to identify as a feminine energy to engage in a beauty ritual. This could be just about doing things to make yourself feel good, whether it's getting a haircut, you know, getting a different shape up, or, you know, shaving, or, you know, doing a little skincare. You know, skincare has no gender on it. Like, we all should be doing popping jobs with our skin. But, you know, do something that's going to make you feel truly beautiful. You know, match your outside to how you feel on the inside. All right, that is all I have for you. Group 2, pile 2. This is so confusing. Group 2, pile 2. If you are leaving us, know that you are loved, and you are so worthy of love. I can't sing either, so again, if you can sing, sing to the music. A God's favorite over here, okay? That is all I have for group 2, pile 2, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and swipe this all up, and we will move on to pile 3. If you're sticking around, hey, what's up, y'all? How's your week? Really? You know, this would usually be the part where I like give my own, you know, like, oh, well, yeah, my week was like this. But honestly, I just feel like holding space for you. Tell me about it, baby. All right. Whew. Deep breaths. If you chose, if you're with me here from pile 2, then let's do this part together. I'm going to say, if you chose pile 3, group 2, pile 3. If you chose group 2, pile 3, this is your serendipity reading. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Hello, if you chose group 2, pile 3. Oh gosh, this is so confusing. Group 2, pile 3. This is going to be your reading. So the card that we had here was the 4 of Air, which was giving me like a whole, you know, spiritual journey type vibe. If you look, there's like a clock on this man's chest, or this person's chest. Very chiseled jawlines, cheekbones as high as the heavens, up to the gods. There's the pyramid up on the top. There's just a lot of things happening here. I do feel that, you know, you're looking to connect spiritually. So let's see if we can get some more information about what's actually happening here. I'm hearing knowledge is power. So maybe you're looking into researching some, you know, new things and new beliefs. 4s are all about stability and setting. Okay. The number 4s are all about stability and setting strong foundations. So I do feel that maybe, you know, you're coming out of a place of, you know, like a tower moment, if you will, where things have kind of crumbled away and you're looking to build up something new. And in terms of, you know, like as you're building, you're looking for a solid spiritual place to stand on, maybe. Okay, we have the 3 of voices. Oof. We have the 2 of emotions. And we have the Hierophant and the Upright. Okay. Listen, this was... All right. For some of y'all, you're coming out of a point of deep heartache and loss and grief. And you are finding a person and there's commitment here for you. We got Big Deck energy is the Queen of Inspiration and the Upright. So for some of you... I do see that there's a lot happening here. You know, it could be very well love. I see like love and commitment and partnerships and everything like that. But we want to keep this on a spiritual focus. So I do see that maybe, like when I see this 3 of voices or the 3 of swords coming up here, I am getting a vibe of like religion. What do you call it? Trauma induced by religion is, I forget what I know there's a term for it. But I'm seeing that you maybe have been very hurt in the past by religious institutions or, you know, spiritual teachings that were maybe not in, you know, alignment with who you truly are. For some of you, I'm even hearing like maybe you're, you know, maybe you're part of the queer community, LGBTQIA plus. You know, trans, or maybe you're, you know, gay or bi or lesbian, anything, and maybe you grew up in like a very strict like Christian or Catholic type of environment. I do see that there is like, you know, a lot of hurt that has happened, and maybe that's kind of put you off to spirituality in general for a while. And maybe, you know, like you've just recently discovered, you know, tarot readings and, you know, the new age, I guess you can say, of spirituality, and you're curious about, you know, how to set down roots in this area. I do want to say before I go into, you know, the rest of the reading here, I'm very much like, I believe in everything. I believe that there is, you know, there's a divine realm, and I believe that, you know, there's truth, and there's a little truth in everything, but that's only what I specifically believe. There are people that have different beliefs from me all over, and I still respect those people. You guys know when I say the divine, I like to say divine source, you know, but whatever that means to you, whether it be God or Allah or, you know, any deities that you venerate, or, you know, ancestors, spirit guides, whatever it is that you believe, this is very much a personal journey. So I do encourage you to do your own research and, you know, find the things that resonate the most with you and just forge your own path, because we're definitely in the age of Aquarius. A lot of people are like, you know, just fuck institutions in general. I'm sorry, I keep saying the F word today. It's just F-bombs left and right. I'm sorry for my language, please excuse me. Okay, but, you know, again, forge your own path. Look up things, you know, forget about whatever standardized religion is. Forget about the institution of religion. Forget about the business of religion, because let's be real, you know, religion is very much become, you know, a financial thing. So moving forward from that, you know, I do see that with the Two of Emotions, there is someone that's coming in, or there's a, you know, there's a partnership that's going to happen that's going to really bring you to new heights. I do see that there is going to be an elevation of knowledge here. I see it as, you know, like a friend coming in, someone from your soul team, from your soul family, maybe a soul sister, soul brother, soul sibling, you know, soul mama, papa, parent, you know, whatever it is, maybe even a soul, you know, when we say soulmate, it's not always romantic, and it's not like the person that you're gonna marry. It's just somebody who you have a deep soul connection with. So I do see that there is, again, there's someone who you have that deep connection with, that you probably have known from, you know, a past life or several past lives. Maybe this person's already part of your life, or maybe this person is entering into your life. But overall, I really do see that there is just an energy of, like, you know, someone kind of coming in to, like, take your hand and say, hey, let's do this together. Or, hey, I was looking at this and this made me feel like this, and I really think that, you know, XYZ. And maybe it's almost like, you know, this person has some missing, you know, some pieces, and you have some pieces, and you're going to bring them together to, like, make more sense of what you personally believe. With that Hierophant in the reverse, I do see this as, you know, yes, it can be institution, it can be tradition. So maybe there is a specific, you know, a specific religion, or I don't even want to say religion. I think a specific belief system that you may subscribe to mostly. It definitely gives me the vibe of, like, you know, let's say you are really drawn to a lot of the qualities of Islam. You know, I do see that as, like, you finding a person and kind of settling into, okay, well, most of my beliefs align with Islam, so maybe this is where, you know, I want to allow my loyalty to be. With that Queen of Inspiration coming up as your big deck energy, I do see this as very much being, like, you're in a very attractive, laid back energy. If you look at this person on this card, look at how unbothered they are. They are basking in the sunlight, basking in warmth, you know, and not very worried about everything. They look very relaxed. And the Queen of Wands is a very, again, it's an attractive energy. It's about calling things in, letting things come to you. And I feel that this is the place that you're meant to be. It's supposed to be very laid back. It's supposed to be very relaxed. If you're feeling stressed out about, you know, your belief system, I think it's time for you to take a little bit of a break from it and, you know, come back to it at a later date. I don't feel that you're supposed to be stressing out over any of this. I am going to get some, we'll get two of these guys here. Ooh. We have Ghost. Okay. And we have Space. All right, look. Space Ghost? Coast to coast? I can't. I'm sorry. Please let me know in the comments if you caught that. I can't be the only one. Like, y'all remember Space Ghost, right? I don't know. Maybe for some of you guys rewatch some of those series. I honestly have no idea where you can find any of them, but I'm about to look after I finish this full reading. I still have to do all of group number 3. Whew. Lord have mercy. Your big deck energy is the Faith card, which I think is so funny because, like, this is everything that we're talking about, right? So give yourself some time. I think, you know, if you have to be in a place where you're ghosting the religion of your, you know, your ancestors. I mean, I don't even want to say ancestors, but like your parents, the point blank period. If you're going ghost on that belief system because you feel that there's something else out there, I do think that you should be holding space for yourself to, again, obtain all of this knowledge, really have faith that things are going to work out for you. I mean, I always believe, like, you know, whatever you put your energy toward, that's what you're going to get. So having that faith and putting that energy toward, you know, having a fruitful spiritual journey that's going to be, you know, full of revelations and things like that, call it into existence, do your thing. It is what it is. You that bitch. I'm still cursing. Oh my God. I'm sorry, guys. It's just me. Let's go ahead and look at Spirit Kitty. All right, 2 of them flipped, so we're going to take both of them. We have Golden. The name of this card is Resilience. So it says, meet Golden. He really knows how to absorb sunshine even after some rough patches. Woohoo! Talk about the three of voices energy being loud and strong in this, right? Okay. He really knows how to absorb sunshine after some rough patches. He has faced the lonely, hungry alleys, losing those he loved through both chance and betrayal. He allows his feelings of sadness, grief, disappointment, and failure to flow through him and pass as everything does. He is present with the fullness of life. He is present with the fullness of life, the complete spectrum of experience. Even in the deepest, coldest night, there is a golden sun in his heart to sustain him. Trust in your resilience. Keep moving, keep accepting, and keep growing. The tide is turning. Okay, so that is golden. And we also have, oh my goodness. I knew she was going to come up somewhere in here, and I couldn't remember what the card looked like. Meet synchronicity, or like serendipity, right? Okay. Meet Lexi. She passed into our world through the divine nexus of a series of unlikely events. She arrives at the precise moment when she is needed most. As if answering a silent prayer, she appears with a perfect and sweet antidote to our fears and struggles. You will not know when she is coming, but when she arrives, your heart will open, the air will sparkle, and your world will awaken with new life. Coincidence? Maybe. A beautiful mystery? Certainly. Watch for her paw prints as they glimmer and meander through your life. Oh, I love that for you, Group 2, Pile 3. This is just, it's everything. Oh, all right. We're going to go ahead. I'm not going to do questions for you guys either because I'm not really feeling it. I feel like you need to be answering your own questions through research. Okay. Not the whole deck falling in my lap. Oh my God. Okay. I feel like you really need to be doing your own research. And I feel that, you know, your guides, your angels, your ancestors, they all have messages for you. And it's about you forging your own path again, your own way forward. So let's see. That's so crazy even. Like, I have a vision after I split the deck. Okay. Ooh. All right. We have challenge coming up for you. So here is the challenge card. All right. So I do feel, again, this is about challenging yourself. It's about, you know, forging your own way. It's playing a game of chess with everything that you thought you knew and beating yourself. So again, take this time, take the energy, do what you need to. I'm also going to just quickly split the deck here and look, use your hands. There's a lot of hand imagery here. Like, look, this person is, you know, with the hand out, there's using the hands. Okay. Ooh, sorry about that. There's definitely that energy again, using your hands, finding your own way, forging your own path, doing your own research. We also have the number 53 here. So I do feel like, again, there were some challenges in the past. There were some conflicts in the past and how things moved. Actually, the timer, oh my God, is on 53:07. Woo! That's crazy. Okay. Yeah, so, you know, that 5s, it tells me about the conflict, about the change, about the challenges and everything like that you've gone through. But with the 3, there's just a strong energy of expansion and you are moving forward. We also have the Hierophant is number 5, the 3 of voices. So you have another 53 there. Maybe looking for 5s and 3s are really going to be your thing. And the color purple. Look out for the color purple. I don't know why, but it's just like, you know, we have the Faith card. That's purple. We have like purple hair in here. But then there's also purple hair in here. Like, my hair is purple again. You picked the Amethyst. That's purple. Like, I don't know. Look out for the oh my God. I almost said number purple. Look out for the color purple. Oh my goodness. Thank you for sitting here with me. If you sat through all of that, holy crap, you're a trooper. That was a long ass reading. If you didn't sit through the whole entire thing, if you skipped around, that is totally fine too. Hopefully there were good messages in here for you. And I'm going to close out you guys, lovely group number 2, with the same thing I always say. Know that you are loved. Know that you are loved. And you are so worthy of love. So be well, and I will catch you in another reading. Bye. Hello, group number 3. So if you picked this beautiful desert rose, then this is going to be your serendipity reading. So we're going to draw 3 cards. I've been starting with tarot for everyone, but also part of the serendipity package is really me feeling out the situation, feeling out the energy, and then choosing how I want to go forward from there. And then once I choose how I want to move forward, then you choose how you move forward. So I'm not going to be starting with tarot. I'm going to actually be starting with this oracle deck. This is the Awakened Soul Oracle. So we're going to pull out 3 cards, and we're going to see 3 different situations that you may be going through, group number 3. You do get a little bit of a treat if you want to sit through all 3 of them. You can absolutely sit through all 3. But typically in a serendipity reading, it's very much controlled by you, and you decide what direction we take and what we expand on, what we explore on. So I wanted to try to recreate that while still leaving space for the possibility of, just so you can get like the full experience, I guess. All right, so the first card that we have is the dream card. I will be showing these cards once I finish pulling them. The second card that we have is meditate. And then our third card, okay, like a whole bunch. Did you see how that fell? I'm not gonna lie, I've been feeling great all day, and then I got to getting ready to start for your group, and I felt physically sick. So maybe someone out there is physically ill. Maybe take it as a warning. The last card we have is Sanctuary. We're not gonna look at the bottom deck energy because we're focusing on these 3 situations. Okay, so the first card is Dream. What I'm hearing is the situation around this card here. I do feel that maybe you've been having some really weird dreams lately. Maybe you've been having some recurring dreams. Or maybe there's just something overall that you've been dreaming about, something that you're looking forward to. But there's definitely like a quality here of like something dreamy, something within dreams. Something to that effect. So this would be pile number 1. Then pile 2 is going to be the meditation card. So for this card, the specific situation I feel here is really based on meditation and spirituality. Maybe you're curious about where to go next in your own spirituality. Maybe you're looking for answers, and you've been meditating, and you've been hoping for some answers through meditation or something of that effect, or maybe just overall you're in a period of stillness in your life. Then for pile number 3, we have the Sanctuary card. So with this card specifically, I feel that you've just been, kind of doing your own thing. You've been in your own space. You've not been really out here doing anything for anyone else other than working on yourself. I feel that there's a very strong energy of just solitude and sorry y'all, the Amazon truck just pulled up and I was package. Did I order something? I don't think I ordered anything. It's not for me. I do feel that there's again, that energy of solitude, of really being alone. I feel like you've been doing a lot of internal work, and maybe this is just about creating that sanctuary for you, or what you can do to further expand your own peace. So if you want to go ahead and pause them and take a look at them, you can absolutely do that. You can rewind however you feel you want to move through, and then you can pick one group, or you can pick 2 groups, or you can actually watch through all 3 of them. That's the benefit of having them in a YouTube reading. Although if we were doing the actual serendipity reading, if you wanted to choose all 3, you absolutely could do that, and we would do little synopses for each card. So we're gonna go ahead and start with number 1, the Dream card. I'm gonna put this over here to the side, and I'm gonna put this right up in the middle, and we will pull some tarot. So let's see what we can see about this dream state. What's going on in these dreams, or what is group 2 dreaming about? We have that 10 of Wands that came out like all willy-nilly at first. We have the Hierophant coming out in the upright. Let's grab one more card. We have the High Priestess in the upright. And at the bottom, our big deck energy is the 7 of Swords in the reverse position. Okay, so group 3, wow, sorry, excuse me. Group 3, pile 1. In terms of these dreams here, I feel that like whatever it is that you're dreaming about, or whatever dreams it is that you are having, like it really feels like you're carrying a lot here. They feel very intense. Like there's a definite intensity that's happening here. Maybe it's like they're so consistent, or the desire for whatever it is here is so strong that it really feels like it's kind of weighing you down to a certain extent. With the Hierophant in the upright, I do see that maybe there is someone that you should be talking to about whatever's happening here. Maybe someone that can help you expand on your dreams. If it's literal dreams, I would say, you know, speaking to someone who can help you with dream interpretation. Unfortunately, that's not a service that I offer, but, you know, I'll definitely do some digging and see if I can find some people that I trust to refer you over to, if that is something that you're interested in, or you're more than welcome to do your own research. I would just say, you know, when it comes to things like dream interpretation, you can very much do some of it on your own. I know there are, you know, plenty of resources online to look things up, but sometimes it does take an outside person to really hear everything and help you process that information. So I am seeing that maybe there is someone who is older than you, a little more wiser, someone who's lived a little more rounds, that can help you understand what exactly is happening. If it is like actual dreams within your dream state, you know, again, I do see, you know, seeking out someone who has experience in that. If it's about making your dreams into a reality, or if, you know, like things that you are dreaming of in terms of like how you can change or alter your physical present, you know, maybe someone who is in the industry that you're looking to expand in, or, you know, if you're looking at, I don't know why this is coming to me, but like, let's say if you're thinking about acting, or, you know, getting into like the entertainment industry, you know, meeting with someone who can be a mentor to you to kind of help open and expand that avenue. With the High Priestess in the upright coming up to finish off your spread here, I do see this as really being like, you know, your dreams are trying to tell you something. Your intuition is trying to tell you something. And I do believe, like, you know, even with the High Priestess card, there is that sense of like the unknown, the subconscious, like it being in an actual dream state to receive these answers. And with that 7 of Swords in the reverse position, I do feel that, you know, overall your big deck energy is really just kind of letting you know, like, you know, hey, let's be smart about it. There's a need here to be tactical on what it is you're doing. I feel like the 7 of Swords, it gets a really bad rep for, like, you know, being very sneaky and you know, untrustworthy. But I feel in your case here, this is like a call to action to, you know, be tactical and, you know, really think about your next steps before taking them. Yeah, we're gonna get some oracle cards from the Prism Oracle deck. Okay, did we take those, or is that energy from the other one? No, it's not. Okay, so we have the Strength card, we have the Hunger card, and can we clarify this High Priestess? We have Confidence. Big deck energy is Illumination only. Okay. So there it is again. I mean, you know, overall with your big deck energy coming up as Illumination to clarify that 7 of Swords in the reverse, it's like, you know, you have to light up every bit of everything that's going on here so that you can figure out how to fully move forward in the smartest way possible. With the Strength card coming out to clarify that, that 10 of Wands, I do see it's like, you know, when you look at the imagery on this card, like, you know, this person's holding a lot, they're carrying a lot, and the weight looks very heavy for them. And so while you may feel burdened by the things that you're seeing, I do feel that this is reminding you that it is within your own strength to do the things that you need to do in order to handle the situation, whether it's letting go of some of these burdens, surrendering to the divine and divine timing, whether it's, you know, about seeking out help to, you know, lighten the load, share the, you know, is it share the yoke? Oh my goodness. But anyway, you know, someone to kind of just help you along the way. I do feel that you have that inner strength to be able to process what's happening with whatever is burdening you here. That hunger underneath that, the hunger clarifying the Hierophant card here, I do see this as really being, again, like, if you are truly hungry for whatever this is here, hungry to learn, hungry to seek out ways to expand, that, you know, again, it's really going to be in your best interest to seek out someone as a mentor. A lot of times I think we get caught up in, like, you know, this whole idea of being self-made and self-taught, and, you know, it tends to have, like, you know, a higher respect if you do it without anybody's help. And you know, at times it can really be like a very asinine thing to think, like, you know, reaching out to somebody to help you is not always, you know, it doesn't mean that the value of what you're doing is less. It doesn't mean that the value of what you're creating is any less. And especially if you're, you know, looking to be in an entertainment industry, or, you know, even if you're looking for spiritual practice, you know, getting that guidance from someone who already knows and who's already been through whatever it is, and, you know, can give you that best possible advice for whatever your specific situation is. I feel that there's nothing to be ashamed of in that. If you're hungry for it, your best course of action, I think for you specifically, group 3, pile 1, is to go ahead and seek out this person. With the Confidence card coming out to clarify this High Priestess card, I just remembered I didn't show you guys the High Priestess. So with that Confidence card coming out to clarify the High Priestess, for me, this really talks about, you know, just stepping into your own power as a divine being. The High Priestess is very intuitive, very knowing, and where, like, you can look at it as, like, the Hierophant is a very practical energy, you know, getting things done in the tried and true method. And the High Priestess is very intuitive. So it's like, you know, the practical, you know, practicality versus intuitive and woo, what am I gonna say right now? My brain is moving at like 10,000 miles a minute. You're looking at it, you know, like, if either being practical or being intuitive. I see that, you know, it's like marrying those things. It's almost like a marrying of the body and the mind. It's, you know, about coming together with all of these things here. And really, again, like, just coming together within that and coming to, you know, a point where it's like everything's on the same page. There's that harmony between mind and body. There's the harmony between, you know, soul and spirit. And that really is going to pull you into a new place of confidence to be able to conquer and have dominance over whatever it is that you're dreaming here. I'm going to go ahead and get you some straight up advice. We're going to be using the Rebel Oracle deck. This will be the advice for you guys. Ooh. Okay, not that one. I feel like there's still some energy on this deck that has not fully been cleared. Okay, let's try that one more time. Ooh. Okay. Is that okay? All right, we're gonna put these two, not this one. Let me grab the one that fell all the way across the room. My little tiny hands. Okay, so the first one we have is put the effing phone down. On the back it says, too much screen time is making you awkward and sad. Go talk to a live person. So there it is, that talking to this Hierophant energy, talking to someone who is more experienced. I feel like maybe you've done so much research on your phone, and there's only so much you can learn from, you know, Googling and researching on a phone. I feel like getting out there and talking to a live person, again, that's really going to be in your best interest. We also have just like the synchronicity that's happening here, the serendipitous events happening here are insane. Is my phone ringing? I have no idea who this is that's calling me. Oh well. So, can you mute? Sorry about that. Excuse me. You look like a shit show. So there it is, carrying all those burdens and really having to need to exercise the strength to, remove whatever these blockages are. We have you're a hot mess. Fact. Clean yourself up. So again, cleaning yourself up, cutting away this, energy that's here, and, making yourself presentable. If you're carrying too much, then how on earth are you going to have room for your dreams? How are you going to have room to accomplish your dreams? And the last one that came out, the one that flew all the way across the room, was some good stuff is about to happen. I'm trying not to curse, y'all. It's really hard though. Don't let your issues F it up. So there it is, that high priestess energy of that knowing, and you have, like, once you get to that place of that inner knowing, and you have the knowledge that you need within your mind, and you have the feelings within your heart and your spirit, then you go ahead and... Is there somebody at my door? That was creepy. Woo, there's a lot of things happening right now for your reading, y'all. Like, I'm scared. Whew. Okay. So again, it's, once you get to that place, and now you have this inner knowing, that deep intuition that's telling you that some good stuff is going to happen. You have these dreams already letting you know that it's going to happen. So don't let your own issues F it up, keep moving forward, do your thing. You are out here. You are meant to be, exactly where you are right now. I'm also going to get one last message for you guys before we close it off. And we'll do a spirit cats. And this will be just like a nice little inspirational message, probably telling you about, your dreams and how to keep it moving. Is that the one? Yeah. So the name of this card is Night Magic, which I think is hilarious because we're talking about dreams, and you dream when you sleep, right? So it says, meet Vespertine. No sleep for the wild. She is a swirl of creativity and nighttime escapades. She is pure nocturnal playfulness and mystery. Going out at night is not only for the young. Night magic is for everyone. Explore the night. Okay, hold on. Explore the night. Go out dancing or walk under the stars. Gather with your friends and talk into the wee hours of the morning. Oh my goodness. Go talk to a live person, right? Sing and play music under the moonlight. Stay up to watch a meteor shower or a lunar eclipse. See the sunrise while the world sleeps. Watch your perspective expand and shift. You have more energy than you believe. Oh my God, I love that for you guys. Seriously. All right, I'm going to leave it there. If you are departing with us now, if you got the information that you needed, I'm so happy to be able to help you. And know that you are loved, and you are so worthy of love. So be well, and I will catch you in another reading. If you are staying, however, welcome. We're just going to clean this up really quickly. Don't watch my process. This one's gonna go over here. Okay. Gotta clear out this energy. Let's do a... I need a better shuffle than that. Also, my daughter's been getting into my cards, and like, I don't know, man, the quality's dropping. I'm gonna need some new cards soon. Okay. Here goes nothing. Hello, pile number 2. Group 3, pile 2. So if you chose this meditation card or meditate card, this is going to be your reading. So we're going to go ahead and look at the tarot. I'm actually going to switch it up a little bit, and we're going to use the Muse Tarot. Let's see what we can see about the situation. So we did talk about in the beginning with the meditation card being like something along the lines of you know, like maybe finding answers in the stillness, or, you know, expanding in your spiritual practice. So let's see what information we can get with the tarot. Okay. The Four of Voices or the Four of Swords. So right off the bat, before I even pull any more cards, this is all about meditation. Okay, the Four of Swords talks about meditation. It talks about rest. It talks about you know, trusting your the downloads that you are getting. You can see like there's a person here that's like in this hot tub with rose petals, and even though their eyes are closed, there's light coming from their eyes. So I feel like, you know, this is a very strong message about, you know, taking a break, relaxing, allowing yourself to hold space for, you know, the exhaustedness that you may be feeling. And again, like that meditation energy is just coming through very strongly. We also have the Six of Inspiration in the reverse. So I really get the sense here that whatever it is that's happening, I do feel that you're supposed to be kind of keeping things under wraps. I don't think that you're supposed to be out here, you know, telling everybody everything. I think that you're supposed to be very to yourself right now, in terms of, you know, these informational downloads that you're getting. And I wouldn't say like so much like keep it to yourself, but just, you know, like it's giving me under the radar vibes. I don't like this. Here we go. All right, we have the Justice card in the reverse. And your big deck energy is the Temperance card. Okay, so for you guys, group 3, pile 2, I'm really sensing here very strongly that if you've been thrown like a roadblock in your plans, you're supposed to be here. You're supposed to be chilling out for a bit. You're supposed to, like, you know, take a hot minute to really just bring yourself back down to center. Maybe there's been a lot of things going on around you, and I'm really feeling like there's just, you know, you're supposed to be going slow. You're supposed to be taking it easy, you know, taking a night off, really relaxing here. I see that you should be in a place of just, you know, loving on yourself, maybe even extra self-care routines. Because with that Justice card in the reverse, I feel like if you would have kept going forward in whatever direction this is here, I don't think it would have been the best thing for you. I think things would have been severely imbalanced. I think that there would have been a lot of just, you know, negative energy surrounding the situation. I'm really getting the sense here, and I also think it's funny because we have the Four of Voices, and we also have Temperance, which is 14. We have 11, so it's like, you know, really, again, like kind of just being very much in the self energy. And even with the Six of Inspiration, like it kind of gives me those harmony vibes, but also like because it's in the reverse, it's, you know, showing up for me as a 9, and 9s are about like independence and, you know, reaping the things that you've sown. And I think you're about to enter into a great place in your life. I think that you're about to, you know, make some new discoveries. But I think, you know, right now you're supposed to be patient. You're supposed to be resting. You know, maybe you're actually sick. I know in the beginning when I started this reading, I was actually feeling very sick to my stomach. And I think, you know, whatever is going on here, you're supposed to be resting. You're supposed to be chilling out. I don't really feel that you're supposed to be out here doing the most right now. So if you did continue over from group number 1, I do have to say that maybe the messages that were there about, you know, like expanding and, you know, moving on and having fun and doing your own thing comes after this period of rest. You know, maybe you're not done dreaming. Maybe you're not done receiving these downloads in your dreams as well. But only take that if, you know, you're coming from watching pile 1 into pile 2. If you're here just, you know, like on a whim from, you know, clicking on pile 2 specifically as your first pile, I would say, you know, absolutely, it seems like you're just supposed to be still. You're supposed to be in an energy of calmness. I'm not really getting like that there's anything fiery that's supposed to be happening for you here. So we're going to go ahead and pull from the power deck and see what other additional messages we can get for you here. Maybe some advice. I know resting is hard. I have a hard time trusting rest. For me, rest equals not being productive. And, you know, that's something that I've been working through. Okay, we actually have two that fell off of the deck. So I'm going to start off with this one here. Interesting. So this one is the number 33. And this is aspiration. I can't hold it like in that direction and read it at the same time, so I'm just going to read it this way. Aspiration stimulates power. It is your aim spiritually and physically in the world and involves the totality of your being. Without the balance between the physical and the spiritual, aspiration is a hollow accomplishment. It is like a spirit lodge at the dome of which your ceremonies are your ceremonies and rituals. But the spirit lodge must have a strong foundation of capability, trust of those around you, and responsibility. Aspiration is what builds the spirit lodge of power. It is the architect of your accomplishments and sits at the feet of power as the deer stands before the remnants of an ancient, powerful civilization. Keep your heart open, kind, and loving so that the energy of the universe can move freely through you. It is difficult to aspire without judgment, but judgment limits you and puts a fence around your consciousness. Give much consideration to all of your choices in life and a free flow to your process of aspiration. Okay, so that definitely talks about, you know, like how if you were moving forward and you've been thrown this roadblock, you know, like this is where spirit is asking you to, you know, kind of dial it back, take some time for yourself and really, again, assess the situation that you're dealing with and figure out what pieces in your spirituality you can incorporate to be able to set a solid foundation to move forward fully and, again, in that aspirational energy. So the next card that we have here is this beautiful card here. Like if you look at there's a lot going on here. And this is the number 37. This is called illumination. As darkness comes, the mirrors of your spirit reflect different images. It is the time when the world changes and your being begins to glow. Reflect on the new vision that has been living on the perimeter of your consciousness. An idea is stalking you and awaits your invitation. A place within you to begin life. The totality of your creativity comes after you have begun the work on your sacred painting of your life. Wait, let me read that again. The totality of your creativity comes after you have begun your work on the sacred painting of your life. It is then that the muses of inspiration surround you like eagles and cheer you on to illumination. Take responsibility for your work and your life, and then illumination will follow. So I feel like this one specifically would be like an additional message for someone who is coming over from that first pile into this second pile. But again, you know, if there's something here that's resonating for you, definitely take it. If it's not resonating, if it don't apply, let it fly. You know, I'm gonna just keep saying that. We're also gonna look at self-care for you guys because, you know, we do have like that meditation energy that's really coming through very strongly. So Spirit, can you give us an additional, I'm going to pull a couple of them, and then we're actually going to do, I know I didn't do it for the last group, but we're going to do a yes or no questions as well. Or we're not. We're going to do timing instead. Do we take these three? No, we don't. Hello. I did not cleanse these after the last reading I did with them. Okay, here we go. There's still like, I don't know, it sounds like somebody's like slamming my front door, but there's nobody there. I'm like, whew, I'm freaked the fuck out, y'all. I'm sorry, excuse my language. So the first one is deep breathing, which I think I need to do right now. Look at that. And this is the number 19. And I really feel like, I'm gonna point them out as like, okay, give me 1 second and we're gonna look at like how just everything is very much in the same imagery. So definitely deep breathing. If you guys are not familiar with breath work and things like that, I would definitely say doing some research on that. Again, if you do book like your own serendipity appointment, it does come, you know, completely tailored specifically to you. There's so many different types of breath work out there, so I would say, you know, researching the one that you feel is most beneficial to what you're trying to accomplish. We also have dance. This did come out for the last group as well. So you know, taking that time to really dance and being in motion with, you know, like getting your body into motion. I think that's also going to be very beneficial for you. So let's pull one more card. We have massage. Okay. So definitely, if you know you're in a place of rest and you're supposed to be resting with that Four of Swords type of energy, maybe, you know, again, treating yourself to massage. You know, I'm also drawn to like the imagery on here. Like you see all these pressure points are really being activated. The neck, the back, we have the foot up here that's being worked on. And then down here on the bottom, the pressure points in the hands. So definitely taking that time to rest. I really feel that the Four of Swords comes after like a period of hard work, because the energy of this card is like, when the Four of Swords is reversed, it's very much about like a physical burnout. It could be a spiritual or emotional burnout. So if you know how I read, I like to read the energy of the card on the table as well. So I do feel that whatever this rest is that's coming, it is really meant for you to be taking this rest, because if not, you will burn yourself out. I also, again, wanted to go back to just the images here that are very similar. Here we go. So you can see that like this person here is sitting in that, you know, meditation position, right? And this is the overhead shot of it. And when we look at it here, the outline of this body here, that's the same position, right? That meditating position. But then we also have here, right? And the eyes are closed. While, you know, there's meditation happening, there's also closed eyes on this card as well. And then this card has, again, you got it, closed eyes. And one last one, we have that Justice card with, you know, a splitting head and two pairs of closed eyes. So listen, for you guys, group number, or pile 2, group 3, pile 2, that's your message. You know, take a fucking nap. I don't know how else to say it. Let's do a timing question for you guys. I'm gonna do my best here. I'm actually just gonna shuffle in this whole deck. I was using it for yes or no, but I feel that I'm supposed to be doing timing for you guys, and it's because it's on a whim. I don't want to go and, you know, waste time of pulling out those cards. So we're just gonna go ahead and see if there's something that you're curious about in terms of timing. You can go ahead and ask that now. I'm going to have option 1 and option 2. So I'm going to pull out 2 specific timing cards. So go ahead and think about your questions and the timing that you're looking for. And we'll go ahead with, you know, whether pick your question on timing. Okay, let's stop for a second. Okay. Think about the question that you want to ask in regards to timing. So when will X happen? Or, you know, when is this most likely going to, you know, manifest or whatever. Look, we also just have big happy changes flip over in the deck. So I feel like that's an additional message here for you. So if you were worried about, like, you know, negative things happening and things of that effect, there are some big happy changes that are coming in the near future for you. So back to the timing. You can pick option 1 or option 2 to be your answer. If you need to pause the video so you can truly think about the question that you have, go ahead and do that. And we will go ahead and flip. So option 1, ready? Within the next few months. Okay. And option 2, take action. Okay, so for option 2, I'm really feeling that the timing here is all dependent on you. If you picked option 2, I feel that this is like, you know, it's when you want it to happen. With option 1 is definitely giving more of like, you know, yes, within the next few months. Big deck energy is actually yes. So if you were secretly thinking of a yes or no question, maybe this is a sign. Maybe this is a sign that your answer is yes. If you are leaving us now, it's sad to see you go. If you're not, stick around to watch pile number 3. But if you are leaving us now, I just want to close off and let you know that, as usual, as I always say, you are loved, and you are so worthy of love. So be well. I will catch you in another reading. And if you are sticking around, give me just a few seconds to clean up this mess of cards that I've created here before we begin. Let's give this a quick shuffle. Can I bridge it? No. It's too many cards to do a bridge, and I have the hands of a 5-year-old. But, you know, we make what we can work. All right. Nice and cleansed. How's everybody doing today? Good? Are you actually watching this and not just skipping forward on the timestamp? Hi. If you're watching this little itty bitty part right now, I just want to say I love you. I love you and you make me happy. I don't know who you are. I feel like it's only one person really that's like watching through all of this part and not just fast forwarding through. But if you're watching this part, I love you so freaking much. I don't know who you are though, but I love you. Okay. Help me invite the next people. Okay. Hello, group number 3, pile 3, 3. Also, my timer just hit 36, so it's like 3 and 6. If you chose the Sanctuary card, this is going to be your reading. So we're gonna go ahead and start with some tarot. I'm actually gonna start with this tarot over here. I'm still not too familiar with it. Honestly, this deck has probably been one of the hardest decks to learn. The cards are all similar to standard tarot, but they're like still very different. So bear with me, but you know, I'm winging it. That's how we do the Serendipity reading. I usually pull the decks intuitively based on the person and the energy before the session even begins, and then we move through and you have full control of where we go. Unfortunately, because we're on YouTube and there's, you know, it's a general reading, we can't control, you don't get to control too much, but you did get to at least control those 3, you know, between the 3 groups. So welcome. If you are here from watching straight through, thank you for being here. We're gonna go ahead and look at what's going on with this sanctuary situation. So the first card that we have is the 3 of, gosh, don't kill me, is that air? Yes, the 3 of air. The one in the middle now, the choice card, and this is 0. And I don't want to give the I don't want to play too much on the standard tarot, although the 3 of air would be 3 of swords. However, in this deck, this is very different because it's very much not about the same thing as the 3 of swords. Although the 0 card would be, oh my god, what's happening? Okay, the 0 would be very much like the Fool's the Fool card energy, if I'm not mistaken. Also, the sun is starting to shine a little bit brighter, so I don't know if it's gonna mess up the lighting here. So far, so good. I think as long as I put like my hands on this side, then it doesn't like blow out the whiteness, or I don't know. We'll see. Okay, our last card is going to be, we have emotions. Okay, and this is 19. Okay. Big deck energy is the 7 of air, right? Yeah, the 7 of air. Can you see him that good? Let me bring him a little closer. There we go. He looks a little spooky, but you know, he's doing his thing. All right, so group 3, pile 3. There's a lot that's happening here for you. Again, when we mentioned the sanctuary card, I did talk about, you know, getting that sense that, you know, you were going through some big changes that required you to be very much to yourself, that you were in an energy of solitude. You know, maybe like I'm drawn to the fact that like there's 2 people here reading from books, right? And like the books, they look almost the same. Like, is that you right now? Like, what are you reading? Can you make some suggestions? I am almost done reading the current book that I'm reading, and I need suggestions. But there's a lot of book imagery here. So I do see you like researching things. I see you learning. I see you being like a sponge. Like, you know, just there's so many books that are here. Like, it just, wow. Okay. You're really gaining knowledge, you're gaining wisdom, you're doing things. I mean, maybe you're even dabbling in alchemy if that's something that you're interested in. There's also a lot of crystal imagery here, so maybe you're getting into crystals. Maybe you're already somebody who's established in the spiritual community. I hate saying witchy because I know it's like, you know, everyone says witchy like if it's an aesthetic type of thing, and you know, I mean, I don't really mind people doing it for the aesthetic. You know, there a lot of us have different views on it, but I mean, like, come on, let's be real, crystals are really pretty and the aesthetic of being a witch is really fucking cool, but I prefer to say it as a spirituality thing. So maybe you are, again, someone who's well established in the spiritual community, you know, witchy, if you will. And I really just see you using this time to really gain more knowledge, maybe expand your craft. You know, I am drawn to this 3 of Air card, how it has like these symbols kind of coming around it. And I'm not really sure what these symbols are. Yeah, I mean, and even inside this book, it looks kind of like, you know, some geometric things happening here. They could even be sigils. So I do see you really expanding your knowledge. And I see you like just researching and doing a whole lot of, you know, really cool things. We have the owl here too, and that really leads me to believe that, again, you're kind of trusting your own intuition on how you're going. You're really trusting the wisdom that you already have and building on that as well. I am going to pull from the book really quick just to get a definitive read on the cards here. Actually, I'm going to do all of them. Might as well while I have the book open, right? So the first one we're going to look at, let's see, we have the 3 of Air. So yeah, here we go. Education, talent, study, willingness, guides, teachers, comprehension, communication, perception, expanding your mind. Education is a lifelong process. Lessons repeat until we understand. I'm not really feeling that you're in that energy though. I really feel that like whoever it is that you are watching this, I do sense that you're already established in this and you already have an understanding that, you know, again, education is a lifelong a lifelong process. Wow. And you're just moving forward, you're trudging along and you're doing these things. I am going to touch now on the choice card, which again is like, you know, similar to the Fool's energy. So this one is about choices. It's about optimism. It's not so much like the Fool in the sense of, you know, like that blind faith jumping forward, but this is about free will and self-determination. It's about creating opportunities. So I do see that, you know, like awareness is really empowering you to move forward. You know, and I do feel that it's also about, you know, being mindful of the past. Yeah. There's also with the, you know, there's multiple faces on this tree here. Let's see. So if you see, there's, you know, there's a darker face and then there's a lighter one and there's another darker one on the side here. So with the multiple faces here, I do see it's like almost, you know, just like as going, like you're going through this journey and there's a sense of duality here. It's also like the imagery is giving me like very Tree of Life vibes. There's like a snake here and a whole bunch of other stuff. There's 3 doors with, you know, eyes open at different openness at different stages of openness. Jesus, I can't talk right now. Who are you? You're making me nervous. Okay, we have the eyes closed, we have the eye fully opened, and then we have an eye that is like, you know, somewhere in the halfway point where it looks like they're high as a mother. So again, I'm really just seeing, you know, like you're entering into this place of like of wholeness, and you're learning and expanding, and your energy is just in a really great place right now. I do feel that you're asked to be, you know, to look at, you know, the decisions that you're making with awareness that your choices do essentially define who you are. Because, you know, it doesn't just impact you, but it impacts everyone around us. But, you know, I'm like, why am I telling you this? You already know this. Like, you're making me nervous. Don't look at me like that. But seriously, overall, again, like, it's just like the little friendly reminder here, I guess. You know, I'm a humble person, and I don't like to, you know, act like I know everything. So for me, it's very much just like, I'm just a messenger, and sometimes I'll be saying stuff and I'm like, oh wow, like I said that, but like that wasn't really me, that was like spirit, and now I'm learning from my own things that I've said. And I feel that that's like the humorous part about, you know, being intuitive and being like this conduit for the universe. You know what I'm talking about. We're gonna move on to the emotions card really quickly. Also, just because I'm not really too familiar with this one, let's see. I mean, obviously it's emotions, right? Emotional honesty, expression, acceptance. I see here, oh, my phone again. My phone's been going off this whole time in the back, and I'm just like, you know what? It is what it is. I'm doing my job. I'm at work, y'all. I feel that there's like a warning here, like making sure that you're not repressing those emotions. Looking at the imagery on the card, I mean, that there's just so much going on here as well. If you look at, like, there's this bright being on the top here, and they're holding a sword, and there's also like another person here that kind of looks like they're in despair. And I feel that this is like, you know, allowing yourself to be free and open so that you don't put yourself into whatever energy this poor person is in down here, because it seems like, you know, there maybe have been repressing emotions, and you know, there is that belief that like when you repress your emotions and you don't fully express yourself, that you are creating a dis-ease within yourself. And some people take that quite literally as disease, but some people just take it for what it is, and it's a, you know, an absence of the feeling of being easy. Really filling your day with laughter and, you know, I want to say light, but we're out here integrating shadows too. And I feel like it's really just, you know, about filling yourself with that duality, filling yourself with that laughter. I see it as like, you know, you're in a safe space here that you've created with this sanctuary. You're doing this research, you're doing your thing. Like, I honestly, like, why are you even getting a fucking reading from me right now? Because you already know this, and you're already doing like all this cool ass shit. Yeah, like, you're doing your thing, and it's like just little tiny teeny reminders, you know, like, you know, be positive about what you're going through, and being mindful, like, how are your feelings influencing the choices that you're making as well. Finishing you off with your big deck energy being that 7 of air. We're gonna go ahead and look at that one too. Also because, you know, I'm not the type of person to be like, yeah, this is what it is, and pretend like I know what I'm talking about, because I don't do that. We don't do that over here. Not on this channel. We always make sure that we're giving proper, clear communication in the messages that we deliver. So with that 7 of air, this is also about spirituality, religion, politics. It's not what we believe, but it's how we believe it. It's about moderating fundamentalist beliefs. So I do see this as being like, you know, your spiritual path inspiring to lift people up. So again, there's that energy for whoever picked this, you know, group 3, pile 3. I'm really feeling like, you know, you guys are some big heavy hitters in the spiritual community. You guys have been very impactful in the things that you're doing here. I feel like you out here doing the work. I don't want to say the Lord's work. I grew up Christian, and I feel like it rolls off of the tongue so easily. But you know what I mean by that. You know, you're out here doing the good work, and you're lifting people up. You're helping raise the collective consciousness. So I'm like really running real close out of time. I've been talking all day. This is probably the longest readings I've ever done. So let's start wrapping you up a little bit. And we're going to go ahead and get from this power deck. Again, the power deck is a mystery deck. I still have no idea where the hell it came from. It showed up randomly in my basement. I've been using it ever since. And it was actually, all the artwork is copywritten on the year I was born. So, you know, take that if it resonates. If you're curious about what year I was born, you'll have to kill me first. Kidding. All right. Oh, it's a moon gate. Look at that. I'm also feeling like, you know, especially because we have such a big community, if you are associated with the lunar fair, then like, you know, maybe this is where you're supposed to be. So the number of this card is 3, and it is the commitment card. And I'm going to read that off to you as best as I can without stumbling over my words, but we'll see how it goes. So the commitment card says, you need commitment to focus on your target. Take aim, pull back the bow, and then shoot your arrow, knowing that you will hit the bull's eye with every shot. To hit the bull's eye requires total commitment of your spiritual and physical being. You need only the commitment to walk down the path through the gateway into your true destiny. It is a process of gathering. You gather your emotions, your mental strength, your abilities as you would gather sheep. It can be a long process, but your commitment gives you endurance. It is the next step after defining your active power. Materialize your dreams and begin to live them. Build that magnificent dream lodge within you with total commitment. This is so beautiful. Look at this again. Let's just look at it again. I have an obsession with moon gates. I've only ever seen one in person, but I just think like the concept of them is so beautiful. And I really feel that for you guys specifically that chose this, chose group 3 and pile 3 specifically, I feel that, you know, like you're entering into a new, just a lot of new energy here. I feel that it's like, you know, going through that portal of the moon gate. Let's see, we're going to get, what else? Okay. I'm gonna let you know before I pull this that I do care deeply about you. But I'm just a messenger, and I'm just going based off of what I think I should be doing right now and what I feel intuitively, and that is pulling from the Oracle of Shadow and Light. So Spirit, what other additional messages? Okay. If you were watching from the beginning, just know I see you. I thought I told you to take a nap. Because we do have number 40, the Angel of Time, working too hard, okay? This is about putting down everything and really detaching for a bit. You're working too hard. Take a break. Like, you deserve to take an actual break. I don't mean like a 5-minute standing lunch. I mean, go drive your ass somewhere nice and really sit down and have a full meal. Stop eating sandwiches in the corner while you're still running around, and go have a nice full meal. Fill your belly. You totally deserve it. We also have Nautilus Princess coming up, and this is the number 41. I think it's funny. I did all that shuffling, and I got 40 and 41. So you are still moving forward. If we think about the progression, 40, 41, you're still moving forward. You're still doing this. The Nautilus Princess is all about powerful personal growth, and this is exactly where you are, group 3, pile 3. You are in the midst of all of this. You are truly conquering. Your big deck energy is 3 witchy sisters. The power of 3. So now, not all people believe in the power of 3 or the rule of 3 or however you want to look at it. But, you know, in the sense of when you think about like the triangle of life, and you think about, you know, the elements and how they're all represented by a form of a triangle, and we think about the 3 sides of it, you know, it's very much like a culmination of, you know, just that kind of symbol of strength, I really feel. Anything else? I think that's all I have for you guys. Like, this video is going to be like over 3 hours long at this point. But you know what? And also, oh, this is the number 9. So if you think about 369, right? Oh man, thank you so much for being here. Know, again, I'm gonna close this time, that you are loved, and you are so worthy of love. So keep doing your thing, keep growing, keep flourishing. I have nothing but love and respect for you. And thank you so much for watching. I'm truly humbled and honored and grateful for you and your presence here. Please leave likes and comments if you feel that you should. If you're not subscribed, if you could subscribe too, that would be cool. Also give me more motivation, hold me more accountable to do more of these, because I really do like, you know, the idea of giving back to, you know, people who can't afford to get readings, or people who are just curious and don't want to, you know, sit for a full session and want to listen at their leisure. So thank you again for being here. I love you all, and I will catch you in another reading.